All right, we're live. What's up? I said, what's up, y'all? What's up? It's your boy, Weekend 27, and we are back with another Real Talk with the Real Gamer podcast. And what the fuck? What's up? Oh, shit, my bad. I done fucked up again in my podcast. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. I forgot to mute that. But like I was saying, carry on. We got some topics to talk about tonight. Got a lot of shit to talk about tonight, man. Lots of shit. A lot of Wii U fanboys are just wild in the game, man. Oh my god, I'm gonna try my best not to say any individuals, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know exactly who we're talking about. So I want to talk about that little issue with they all pissed off because a lot of these games is going to get ported over from the Wii U to the Switch, and it's a really good, legitimate reason why Nintendo decided to do that. So I want to talk about that. Talk about them getting all pissed off, little hissy fits. And second thing I want to talk about, I wanted to talk about AAA games. The sales is going down dramatically this year. Besides Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, Battlefield. Battlefield 1 is doing really well, but it seems like everything else is on the downward spiral. And got legitimate reasons why this is going on right now. And the last thing I want to talk about is Phil Spencer, and he's basically hinting that he would love to have a Banjo-Kazooie on the Smash Brothers, and he don't mind having a Mario games on the Xbox console. So, we'll talk a little bit about that. If we have time, maybe we can talk about something else. But I want to talk about this little Wii U situation with the ports. A lot of people is actually excited about it, especially the people that didn't even own the Wii U. Lots of people didn't own the Wii U because the Wii only sold 13 million throughout 4 years. That's freaking pathetic. So it makes sense. It makes business sense to use a lot of these really great games and put it over to your successful console. Yes, I'm calling it now. It's going to be a successful console because everybody's praising it now. Everybody loves it. The developers love it. The game community love it. Everybody loves it, except the little Nintendo haters. But I feel that Switch is going to be really, really good. It's going to be really, really epic. And I see why Nintendo is doing this. And, of course, we got the little babies in this little crumb side, this little community that's crying about it, that's crying, talking about what's the point of playing these games again on the Switch, just buy a Wii U. Oh my god, if I say that again, if I heard them saying that shit again, I'm going to reach my hand through this computer and I'm going to freaking choke the hell out of them. Like, there's a reason why people is excited because, first of all, they don't have to pay $300 for a Wii U to play these games. They could just play either $250 or $300 for a brand new console that comes with those ports and brand new games, man. It's so easy. A caveman can figure that out. Like, they still can't figure it out.
Gamer, real quick. Buy a Wii U.
I don't want no goddamn Wii U, man. Oh, well, technically, I got one.
I was trying to see if you're actually going to do that thing you said you were going to do, but...
Well, anyway, guys, let's go and get started to our introductions, man. Start with you, Alex.
What's going on, everyone? ActivesiN here, back for another week of Real Talk with the Real Gamer. The Nintendo Wii U fanatic weirdo fan base is up in arms right now because of all these ports for the Switch. They don't look beyond themselves. They can't see beyond the bridge of their nose at the bigger picture. They are selfish and they are worthless. But yeah, we're gonna talk about some pretty interesting things what Phil Spencer was talking about as well. And I can't remember the other topic, but yeah, it should be fun.
All right, appreciate you, man. Let's get your hand clap. All right, let's go with you, Gamer Nick.
All right, it's just Nick from Gaming Incorporated, and I actually had no idea there are even still people defending the Wii U that hard. I mean, who else is out there doing this now? I don't know.
It's the same people that's doing it. You should know who they are.
I don't know. I have been just not bothering with anybody in the gaming community for quite. When I get my news from this, when I talk to you guys. Other than that, I have no fucking idea what's going on. I don't hear about this shit on the last minute when I come on your podcast and hear about this.
Oh my god, yeah, you lying. I don't believe you. All right, let's go with you, Nia.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl, Nia, TheVideoGamHer, and I'm sorry, I'm just yawning up a storm today, but My body's used to getting up early. But anyway, so are we just doing intros or are we getting into the topics now?
Intros.
Oh, well, yeah, me, Nia. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, you sound like you're out of it, but appreciate
I'm very tired. I'm sorry. Like,
all
it
right.
just hit me.
That's all good. It's all good. We're gonna wake you up. All right, let's go with you, Dirty.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's up, people? This your boy, Dirty. Let's get started.
All right, appreciate you, man. All right, let's go with you, Retro Bro.
What's up, YouTube? Retro Bro here. And when Nintendo fanboys get out of hand, sometimes the squad just has to reboot.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, Nia, she gave you one of these. No,
And I can actually roast him in real time now.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for, Nia. That's what you're gonna give.
Look at that.
All right. Appreciate you, man. All right, last but not least, let's go with you, Zen Game.
Hey, what's up, people? Back from dead again, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm like the freaking Avatar, the Last Airbender or something, because every time there's something with the Nintendo fan base, these dudes find me. So here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying a while ago, like, you know, with all these rumors that's been leaked, that's for the Nintendo Switch, you know, of course, a lot of these ports is coming over, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, Mario Maker, Splatoon, you know, it's a whole bunch of these really good, popular Wii U games that I'm pretty sure a lot of people that would love to play that didn't own the Wii U. You know, you got to remember, a lot of people refused to buy a Wii U because of the lackluster lineup that they had, you know, so... You know, it makes business sense for Nintendo to port a lot of these games when they fail in console to a successful console. I'm calling it right now. It's having a successful reception. Everybody's loving it. The developers loving it. The gaming industry is loving it. Everybody in this community is loving it. Well, majority of everybody is loving it. So it makes sense to do that. But of course, we got these little, you know, these people from crime side that wants these exclusives to stay exclusive to a failing system. It just does not make sense at all. Like, you know, potentially the Switch can sell probably maybe 10 million in the first year. So why not put Smash Brothers and Mario Kart on that system? That makes a lot of sense, but a lot of these fanboys just want to be fanboys, or what Alex calls them, fanatics. That's what they are. They're fanatics, and they're very selfish about this. That's what bothers me about this. And, you know, the most retarded thing that people say about this, the fact that, like, if you want to play these games, buy a $300 console. The price is still $300, and the system gets no games. The system gets no third-party support. Why do I want to pay $300 for this? It does not make sense. Rumors saying that the Switch could cost $250. So you got a $300 fella console versus a $250 console that get games. So it makes sense to get these games ported over from the Wii U to the Switch. So what is the crying about? A lot of people did not own a Wii U. A lot of people refused to buy a Wii U because it lacked a lot of games. It lacked third-party support. It lacked online features. It lacked a lot of things. And the Switch is supposed to be correcting a lot of this, so it makes sense. So why is people crying about this? Let's start with you, Alex.
Yeah, it's. I think a lot of it is just like the people are just they cannot. How can I word this? They cannot understand how someone could want a Wii U game but not want the Wii U. Like, oh, you want to play Mario Kart and Smash Brothers? Go buy a Wii U. No, I don't want a fucking Wii U. It's dead and it sucks. I'll get it on the Switch. But no, let's just say exclusive. Like, they, for whatever reason, they have it in their mind that if the game leaves the Wii U, I guess their 4 years of parading around the Wii U being the best would no longer be valid. I don't know what it is. It's crazy because these are like the same people that will buy virtual console games over and over again on multiple Nintendo consoles. Yep. But that's the same thing. That's a game from another console moving to a new console. Yet they have no problem with that. But when it comes to the Wii U specifically, when a Wii U game gets announced for the Switch, they're up in arms about it. It's like, guys, you have to understand, the Wii U was a massive, colossal failure in every single aspect. It was the worst-selling console Nintendo's ever made outside of the Virtual Boy. So of course Nintendo's going to want to put these games on the Switch. This is the first time Nintendo's done HD gaming. You know how much more money they've been investing into their games this time around compared to their former games? more money is going into these games, and they're not getting the money back because no one bought that Wii U. And of course they're going to take the multiplayer games like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and Splatoon because they can continue to add content and keep those online gaming alive until the new versions of those games come out. It just makes sense. Nobody's going to run out and buy a Switch and then be like, oh, but I'm gonna keep playing my Wii U. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it makes sense for them to put those heavy hitter games over. I'm honestly surprised that Xenoblade's getting moved over, because that game, although I love that game, that is not a console selling game, and that was not one of their big hitting games. So I was shocked when I saw that one. It's awesome though. Anyone who didn't play that, if you get a Switch, I think you should get Xenoblade, because Xenoblade, it kicks so much ass.
Yes.
Yeah, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, those are console selling games, unless the console's the Wii U, because the tablet, it was just a bad idea. Again, then Nintendo didn't utilize it well. But with the Switch, people understand the Switch. People actually know the Switch is a new console. People want the Switch. These are three things Nintendo did not have with the Wii U. And to put the best-selling games on the Wii U over to the Switch, it makes sense. And it's not like you're getting the exact same game. You're getting enhanced versions of the games. Mario Kart has new tracks, new characters, and it looks like you get 2 weapons instead of 1 weapon. And then Splatoon has new maps and new skins and stuff like that. So I think it's worth it. I think it's a good idea. They could have easily cheaped out like all the third parties do and just straight port a game and not even do anything. Like they're actually putting effort into these games, and yet these fucking weirdos are crying about it. At the end of the day, if you do not want these Switch games ported over, don't buy it. Stay on your Wii U. Pretend you have the best console in the world. Stay there. Be irrelevant. Because that's what Nintendo considers you. Irrelevant. You do not matter if you have a Wii U. That's just what it is. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just what it is. They're done with it. They're taking whatever remnants they can from that dead-ass console. They're putting it over to the new one in hopes that it will sell better. And if you can't accept that, stay in the past. Just go away. Because you don't matter. They want the PlayStation guys. They want the Xbox guys. They want the Wii people and cell phone people. They want them. They don't want me. They don't want anyone in here because we're Wii U people. We don't matter. We're going to get the shit regardless. They want the people that didn't turn out for the Wii U. So there's no point crying about these Wii U ports because it's going to happen no matter what. It's just get over it, you weirdos.
You went off on a little rant, did you?
They're so stupid.
He right though. These the same people that's complaining now. That's gonna be like, I love the Nintendo Switch. Now they got Splatoon 2. It has brighter colors, more paintball guns, and still no voice chat. It's the best.
Like today, Nintendo announced Majora's Mask is going to go to the Wii U Virtual Console. I think they announced it like an hour ago or something. The same people crying about Wii U games going to the Switch are going to be the first ones buying Majora's Mask on their Wii U.
Yep. So much hypocrisy going on around here,
Idiots.
man. Is that all you got on that, Alex? You got more 5 minutes?
So, yeah.
All right, what about you, Nick?
And I thought I had anger issues. So anyway, I wanted to have somebody demonstrate, show me here on the Sonic doll where the Wii U fanboys touched you in the wrong way.
Oh, damn.
Y'all are just taking this a little too personally. I'm just saying.
Why do you have a Sonic doll?
Huh?
Why do you have a Sonic doll? Sonic sucks.
Oh, hey, don't start that. Anyway, now, you was doing good, but don't push it.
I don't know what to say about this. I really don't. I just don't understand how anybody puts their emotions and tie it to any type of console. I mean, whether it be the Wii U, the PS3, PS4, Xbox, or whatever. I never understood this. I mean, I get being a fan of something, and you want to kind of say nice things about it, but, like, if it doesn't... There's plenty of things that I was a fan of, and it failed miserably, but I enjoyed it while it lasted. That's how I see the Wii U. It's like, hey, I liked it. A lot of people don't.
The Wii U's a summer romance.
Yeah, I enjoy it while it lasted. It gave me what I needed when I needed it. That sounds so weird. But it's just that, like I said, I said this a while back. There's a lot of games, new types of games that I played back on the Wii, and I'm ignoring all the shovelware and stuff like that. I'm talking there's a couple of games that I liked on that system that I thought would get more sequels or they continue that franchise on the Wii U. So I was expecting that kind of stuff on the Wii U, and it never came. So that's why I was... Exactly. Like, where's my... Like, I'm glad I got my Xenoblade sequel, so that's good. Where the hell's my Last Story sequel? Because I was really hoping that would happen.
I want a Last Story sequel so bad.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's something I was kind of hoping they continue. There's a couple of different games, like, that I liked on the Wii, but, you know, that genre just didn't carry over to the new one because, like, that's the same generation that games like... It was all about the sports games and the AAA title. That's when and that's all anybody ever wants now. And it's just like... So, unfortunately, because of that, the Wii U fell short in a lot of ways. Not because, like I said, I didn't give a shit if third-party came to it or not. I mean, like, there's third-party games that I'm not even buying on other systems because I just hate the fucking company. It has nothing to do with the system it's on. I just can't stand the company. I at least don't want to buy that shit full price. I'll wait till the price drops so I'll go buy used something like that. But, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in the Wii that just didn't come over to the Wii U that I was really hoping for, and that's where it fell short for me. So that's where I got upset. Other than that, for the other games I played, I enjoyed it. Like Wonderful 101. I love that game. That game sold like crap, and I was kind of like, damn, like that's a game
really good game actually.
That's a game that should have got more love, but I don't know. I guess like what happened was viewers just didn't know how to play the game or some shit like that, or they didn't want to bother, so they just gave it back. Everybody's like, "Oh, that game sucks. Then I'm not going to try it."
It also didn't help that the demo for the game was terrible.
I don't think the demo was that bad, but whatever. Like I said,
I tried
played
it at
the
the
game.
store. The demo like almost turned me off, but I played the game anyways and ended up loving it.
But yeah, I love the game. I thought it was great. But other than that, yeah. So, I mean, these people are sitting complaining about how these games are coming to they're going to buy the Switch, and they're going to buy these fucking games. I don't know. I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. I might. Depending on what it is, I don't think I'm going to rebuy some of the games. I mean, I'll probably buy Mario Kart for the new shit, because I think that was DLC they were planning for the Wii U version, but they're like, oh, that's not happening, so let's make this new
version. Pretty much.
I'm telling you, this is going to be, you know what you're going to get with these really, you're not going to get really, you're going to get the fucking complete edition.
Yeah, the complete edition of the games. Because it made no sense that they stopped making Mario Kart 8 DLC, because it was so successful. They come out with
the complete edition or the game of the year edition, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is going to be. So you're going to get the complete edition of whatever the hell where they're playing with Mario Kart. You might get a complete edition of Hyrule Warriors. I don't know. It might be something that already came to 3DS though. I don't know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if they have any plans to support Smash Brothers. I hope they do, and if they do, fix the fucking online. Oh my god,
the online's terrible for Smash Brothers.
That's why
they need to fix that shit. I don't understand how Now, I'm not going to say the online for Mario Kart was perfect, but it was a hell of a lot. It worked.
It was a lot better, at least.
Smash Bros. Didn't fucking work at all. I don't know how they did that.
Splatoon's online's very bad, too. I got a lot of disconnections.
I think the big thing is that Nintendo has issues with any type of game that has a large amount of inputs. Because, I mean, with Mario Kart, for the most part, you're kind of just driving forward, unless you're one of those advanced players that's constantly drifting for the power boost, and you're saving your weapons so you're not just blasting them a ton of times. But with a game with the game with Splatoon, you're shooting a lot. Smash Brothers, you're putting a lot of inputs. But like even with Pokemon doesn't lack a lot because you don't put in a lot of inputs.
Yeah, so it's turn-based.
I think anything that does a lot of inputs, they haven't learned how to compensate with it.
They're terrible.
So yeah, like I said, these people complaining about the ports going to the Wii U, you're never gonna fucking buy them. So just stop it.
Exactly. Just shut your damn mouth. Stop trying to fucking hustle the Wii U on people. Ain't nobody running out spending $300 on a dead ass console.
I like the Wii U. I'm sad it didn't do as good as it should have. I think it should have, but whatever. We're gonna move on. We're gonna live our life.
I think we can start calling the Wii U the NS prototype at this point.
I looked out the window this morning. World
because it stinks and it's trash.
So I think it's like the system that could. But I think the problem with the Wii U is even Nintendo didn't know what the hell to do with it.
Yep.
Yep.
That was like
At
the
the end of the day,
main
they
thing.
had no idea what the fuck.
They didn't even know how to like display it to people.
Or give it a
They're like-
proper name.
They're like, what the hell do we do with this thing? I don't know. Let's just pretend it doesn't. Let's just hope for the best, and maybe one day it'll go away and stop hurting us or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so I think they know exactly what they're doing. It looks like they know what they're doing with Switch. I hope. I don't want to like.
They have like a clear focus now.
I don't want to.
Yeah, they are very focused, like razor focused on what you can do with this thing.
Developers continuously praising the Switch. They every day they keep praising them. Then Nintendo must be doing something right.
Even fucking Bethesda is praising them. Bethesda doesn't give a shit about Nintendo, and they're praising it.
And it's all thanks to Kimishima.
And
exactly.
They say they fully gonna support the Switch. So that was really surprising to me.
It's Kimishima. He doesn't think like Miyamoto. He doesn't fucking see the world as a rainbow and some dumb shit.
I think
the world.
He was just sitting there. He was just sitting there in his corner.
Yeah, Miyamoto's like. I hope he like has nothing to do with the Switch. To be honest, like I hope he has nothing to do with any of the games. Maybe Pikmin, but like he killed Star Fox for me.
Like they need to just put him in a corner somewhere
Color
with a
Splash.
coloring book.
The
He
only
actually
thing
killed
that
the
concerns
Wii
me
U too.
about the only thing that concerns me about Pikmin, even though he did a good job with Pikmin 3, like that rumor about how Pikmin 4 might actually not be Pikmin 4, but instead a reboot of Pikmin, that kind of has me worried. He better not find a way to F it up like he did the other ones.
Star Fox.
Historically, Shigeru, he's a legend, whatever, right? All the accolades. But the man does not know what the word forward means.
If he ruins Pikmin like he does, like
We've
he
had
did with
3
Pikmin
versions of
Mario,
Star Fox
I'm gonna
already.
be so
Exactly.
mad. Oh,
I'm like, he doesn't understand it, not narratively, not as far as tech is concerned. He doesn't get forward. Like, look forward, my dude. Go.
Doesn't understand modern day technology. That's his issue. Yeah. That's why Nintendo's still stuck behind the past, because they don't know how to adopt to today's times. And with Kimishima, since he's a businessman, he knows exactly what's out there, what's hot and what's not, and that's why the Switch is being praised the way it is, because I think he got his hands on this. He's basically giving the commands on what they need to do with this Switch, and I think he's doing a hell of a job. Since he stepped foot into the presidency. So I see a lot of things going on with this Switch. Nia, what's your intake about the Wii U situation, about the ports, getting them port over to the Switch, and people, the weirdos getting all pissed off about it?
it just doesn't make any sense why people are annoyed at other people's happiness. And like Alex said, really at the end of the day, what it really boils down to is the fact that people just can't take the L and just admit that people didn't want the Wii U. Like, I've had this conversation with people before, like, the Wii U had so many good games, but the Wii U itself was not enticing. Like, nobody wanted the console. Like, hell, even me, I'm one of the biggest Nintendo fans in the community. I have a Wii U right now in my house, and I don't want to touch it unless I'm watching Netflix or Hulu or something, because I don't care for the console. So for me, if I'm to be completely honest with you guys, if these port rumors are true, and if they're enhanced ports rather, I'm excited, because that means that I get to play these great games that I loved on a console that I didn't care for on a console that looks like I might actually care for it. Like, to me, that's kind of a big deal, because like when, especially if you're a gamer, you should already understand this concept. You have to be immersed fully in what you're playing, and the Wii U is the least immersive system this
easily the least immersive system I've ever used.
And I have so many friends who are of like the PlayStation or the Xbox persuasion who wanted so badly to play Wii U games, but they didn't want a Wii U because they're like, I can't talk to my friends. There's issues like technologically, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's issues with like the online infrastructure. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal. Like, I have a homegirl, and she's a retro, like a veteran, I guess that's a better word to say, a veteran Nintendo fan like me. Like, me and her, we both grew up you know, we were brought up on NES, SNES, so on and so forth. And, you know, she even bought a Wii. But after the Wii, she was like, you know what? I don't know if I really care about that Wii U though. And like she, you know, whenever Nintendo had that big resurgence in 2014 when they came out with Smash and Bayonetta and all those other great games, she was like almost there. But then she had to remember like, but that console though. A lot of people feel like that. Even us, and we have a Wii U. So
yeah, the device itself is garbage.
Yes.
It has good games, but the device is trash.
And a lot of people feel that. Like even the people who bought it feel that, and the millions of people who opted out of getting it feel that. And with the Nintendo Switch, it has the potential, if they do it right, if they play their cards right, it has the potential to be so much more. So if Nintendo could reel people in with an actual good console and bring these games to it, I don't understand why people are mad. Like 3 people bought a Wii U. It's not gonna hurt anybody for them to bring over 5 ports of like Wii U games. Like it's not hurting any. Like people need to cease.
I think a lot of these guys are exaggerating the amount of ports that are coming too.
Right, and you know what? And I counted them. I'm glad you mentioned that because your girl got your pen and paper right here. So I was going through the list, right? Of all of the rumored ports. Okay, so we have an enhanced version of Mario Kart 8, right?
Yeah.
We got an enhanced version of Splatoon, possibly enhanced version of Smash. Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is rumored. We don't know if it's going to be enhanced or not, but either way, that is a huge game.
And side note, the developers of Xenoblade are making a new game for the Switch. A separate team is porting Chronicles X.
All these games, because you know why? The online infrastructure is going to be a lot better.
Exactly. So you know what else is going to be really, really funny to watch? The same people who are crying now are going to be the people buying these ports on day one. When they find out that they can play the same game and get achievements this time, the same people who cry that achievements don't matter.
And
they will be the ones in line buying the game again to get their little Nintendo stars or whatever the fuck it is.
And you better believe that if that Splatoon rumor is true and you have pants and new hairstyles, my boy, you gonna cop it. Oh, but let me finish though. And the last port that is rumored is Mario Maker. So that's 5 games, 3 of which are enhanced ports. Yep. So technically, it's new content for us, the people who have already played it, and it's hella new content for the people who didn't have a Wii U. So why you mad? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
and it's like I understand people want new games because whenever the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, people brought up the same argument. They want new games, not remasters. And I feel that wholeheartedly. I swear to goodness I do. But the difference between that situation and this situation is that enough people had a chance to play those games. Those
80 plus million on each console.
The Wii U sold what, like 13 million?
14. Yeah.
Nobody played those games, bruh. Nobody.
Yep.
No one.
That's why I said they are the minorities. The Wii U owners are just a minority, so Nintendo don't care about them.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, why you mad? Like, this is giving people an opportunity to play. Like, imagine if the Wii U had a good install base. Like, we thought Splatoon and Smash sold crazy. Imagine if it was on an actual system people cared about.
Exactly. Look at Mario Kart on the Wii. 34 million.
Crazy.
The Wii U version, 8 million. And that's basically because of the install base.
Yep. I think Smash though like 12 or 14 million Smash Brothers on the Wii.
Yeah.
Right. Because you better believe, even though I didn't play these games before, I'm getting all of them. Even Xenoblade.
Like, if I can get Mario Kart again with more content and have the online be better this time, obviously I'm going to be there.
I'm showing up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like at the end of the day, the reality is these people got their feelings hurt. They've been parading around saying the Wii U is the greatest thing ever. They won't hear nothing else from anybody. Nintendo comes out and is effectively saying this console is shit. We're taking what you love from this console, we're putting it to our new console that's gonna sell. That's all it is. Their feelings are hurt.
And they mad because the Wii U didn't do it.
And they're mad because people are excited for the new console. For some reason.
It's so crazy. Like you're a Nintendo fan, right? But you mad that hardcore gamers casual gamers and the other Nintendo gamers are excited about a Nintendo device. How does that make sense as a Nintendo fan?
Insanity.
How does that make sense?
After the 4 years of bashings every Nintendo fan has been getting, you should be excited that people are excited for something Nintendo.
Yeah.
But instead you want to cry that people weren't excited for the Wii U. Okay. Fucking crazy.
That's like that video that Zen made like a year or so ago. Like, are you a Nintendo fan or are you a Wii U fan? Because there's definitely
I think a lot of these guys are just Wii U fans. I don't think they're Nintendo fans.
Or fans of the Wii brand. Like, because some of these dudes didn't really play Nintendo like that until like the Wii.
But that's the thing. Some of them have been around since the NES and they're still fucking weird.
System, that's rough.
I would have sucked growing up in your first Nintendo console.
Like they probably played like Nintendo back in the day, but like the Wii, it's probably like when they was like, "Yo, this is my joint right here," and like that's cool because I like the Wii. But it's like if that's like your first aha moment with Nintendo, you missed out on a lot.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Nice friend. I think she got you on that, Alex. I think she let's see.
Like, literally, they're crying over 5 games. Literally.
Yep.
And we don't even know if they true or not.
Yep.
And they're enhanced.
And they're enhanced.
And online could be a lot better. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. Come on, man.
Like, and you don't have to fucking buy them. God damn, these fucking
that's go with you, dirty man. What's your thoughts about it?
Well, my thoughts on it, man, I don't really have a problem with it because, you know, all the other consoles, they got, you know, they remasters from, you know, the PS3 and 360. But I can understand because with the Wii U, it didn't sell well. So if you got, you know, 1 million people that brought, you know, certain games, then why not port it over, you know, add more content, you know, with it and get more content down the line. There's more people that is excited about hearing about the Switch and saying that they're going to pick up the Switch. Now they're going to pick up those games that was on the Wii U because they didn't buy a Wii U. You know, because you had a lot of people on the fence about buying the Wii U, especially when they start seeing the ports from third party. It's like, I stick with my PS3 or I stick with, you know, my Xbox One because the Wii U was getting the shitty ports. So I could understand. And Smash Brothers, I believe that's going to come because everybody know how long Sakurai takes to make Smash Brothers. So if he was
Smash takes like 5 years, there's no way they'd have one ready in time.
Yeah, we would definitely be waiting 5 years after the launch of the Switch to get a Smash Brothers 5. So him porting that over, enhancing it, making it look better, adding even more characters down the line, DLC, or just adding them in when the game come out, that's cool. Because a lot of people wanted other characters in the game that we didn't get on the Wii U. So that'd be cool for him. Hey, we can get Ice Climbers now. You know what I'm saying? We can get, you know, other characters from Final Fantasy or Golden Sun or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. And to go back to Nia, one more port that the Switch is actually getting, plus the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Lego
City. The Legos, the Chase.
Yeah, Lego City Undercover.
Yeah, so they go another port. So, I mean, I got
that one's going to the Xbox and PS4 though, so it might as well go to the Switch.
Right. So
it would be more ridiculous if it didn't go to the Switch.
So I put it as, if you don't want the games because you got them on the Wii U, then don't buy it for the Switch. That's all.
Boom.
It's like certain games, they ported over to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Guess what? I didn't buy them.
They targeted to people who didn't
had it on the 360. If I didn't want it, guess what? I didn't buy it.
Yep.
So there you go. But Nintendo is doing this, so you know, if you that upset about it, you know, take a chill pill and don't buy it. It's your money. Don't buy it.
Like, you don't have to. It's a choice to buy them or not.
Yeah, just like all the third-party games you guys don't buy.
Oh, snipe.
Oh, shoot. God.
Third parties. That's what they
Oh,
call it.
shoot.
He right.
Oh,
How
man.
they not buy Bayonetta? Like that game was beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's another game they could port over because a lot of people actually own the Xbox One and the PS4. They wanted to play Bayonetta, but they didn't want to pay $300 for a failing console. So that could be a good thing if they port Bayonetta.
Well, I hope the rumor is true that Nintendo has Platinum Games actually I think porting maybe both Bayonetta 1 and 2 to the Switch and maybe a possibility of 3. They want to get Platinum Games to do another. I think they want Platinum Games to do another or maybe port over the Wonderful 101. And I hope to God that this is true that Nintendo has Platinum Games making a sequel to Vanquish.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
If that is true, and it's going to be exclusive to the Switch,
It better come with the original Vanquish though.
like I'm definitely going back to play Vanquish on the 360. So for the Switch to get a remastered version of 1 and 2 shipped together like Bayonetta 1 and 2, that'd
be great.
I hope that's
awesome.
an actual thing that's happening. I would love that.
Yeah, like same thing with Wonderful 102. Like if it came with Wonderful 101 again without the shitty ass touchpad controls, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe I'll actually finish it this time.
That's an awesome game, but like you can actually play that whole game with just a Pro controller.
Didn't have one at the time. Didn't bother.
Still going there?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay. What about you, Retro Bro?
I really don't understand why this is a big stink. I mean, like, we already know that PlayStation's done way more remasters, and most people in the gaming community don't seem to care about that. So, in the one situation where Nintendo kind of has to do this so they can rebuild with the Switch, we have people that's complaining. And personally, I think that's pretty stupid. On top of that, I mean, they're only porting the games that a lot of people want, so I don't see the big deal. Like, I wouldn't mind playing Bayonetta 3 again. I would actually play Smash Bros. If, like, the online worked, because right now it stands, unless you're just going to a neighbor's house, you're not going to play that game because the online's complete trash. And then, like, this is an opportunity with Nintendo to actually fix a lot of the issues they had with the Wii brand in general, because the Wii and the Wii U is bad. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I understand financially that the regular Wii was successful, but from a gameplay perspective, like, I hated all of those games. Like, this is the first time I've ever said this about a system, but I literally hated all the games on the Wii. I can't think of one game on the Wii that I liked. Like, they took Tales of Symphonia, a game that a lot of people loved, and made it some weird Pokemon thing with Tales of Symphonia 2, where you captured monsters and they forced you to use the nunchuck. Like, it kind of upsets me that there's Nintendo fans trying to defend the Wii brand in general when we're getting better. Like, I kind of feel like, you know how they have, like, people that just want to stay excluded? Almost like racists kind of do. I feel like there's some Nintendo fans that kind of do that.
They
like,
want to be special little snowflakes.
we don't want your kind around here with your good graphics, voice chat, and things actually functioning properly.
It's true. They want to be special. They want to be special little snowflakes. They're those people that are like, oh, I don't care what, weird and quirky things Nintendo does. Like, I just want them to be crazy. And it's like, I like that part of Nintendo too, but they can't do it to the point where it, like, alienates people.
It's like they're hipster Nintendo fans is what it is. It's like,
is.
oh, Nintendo is cool, relevant, and doing things properly. I hate them now.
Exactly. That's exactly it too.
Yep.
Nintendo doing things that make sense. So I was complaining.
It was.
And it makes no sense that they're defending it. Like, I don't understand how long you could be in denial and be cool with it. It's kind of like we were talking off air before we came on, and we're talking about how a lot of the Nintendo community is childish, and even the ones that are our age have that mentality, like they never evolved past high school at all.
Yeah. They have a child's mentality a lot of the time. They don't see the big picture. They only see what suits them. They're very selfish.
Like it's such a high level of pettiness that it astounds me.
Yeah, right? Crazy.
Well, I don't want to play online and talk with people, so nobody else should.
They don't actually know what will be best for the business. If they want Nintendo to stay afloat, if they want Nintendo to continuously come out with great software and all that,
it's like they want Nintendo to fail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It will be a good business move what they're doing right now. Like, they're not Nintendo fans. They're Wii U fans. They could give a crap about what's next after the Wii U. They don't care no more. They think the Wii U is the best thing, the best invention since sliced bread. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, man. Like, lots of people did not purchase a Wii U. There's 160 million consoles within the 360.
Not even that. We can even just look at Nintendo. Almost 60 million fucking 3DS. Those are Nintendo fans.
Exactly.
60 million. That's only like damn near a sixth of the users bought a Wii U.
It's over 60 million. That's what Nintendo is trying to do. They're not worried about the Wii U fan base. They trying to get the 3DS fans. They trying to get the Xbox fans. They trying to get the PlayStation fans, even the PC fans, to come and buy the Switch. That's why they trying to get all these different type of games on this Switch, like Skyrim. You know, the games that caters to hardcore gamers. You know, NBA 2K that cater to our sports fans. Of course, you got the Nintendo games, the Pokemon games. That's a lot of games. And Bethesda said they're going to fully support the game. And Bethesda is known for a lot of...
You know the funniest part? Just having Pokemon on the Switch will probably garner more sales than the Wii U total.
The funny thing is, that's not even probably. That's guaranteed.
Yeah, because like
has a cult fan base.
Combined only sell about 14 million, right?
You gotta look at it this way. The people that's complaining about these ports, they're not looking at the fact that these rumors talking about we're going to get a Pokemon game, a Mario RPG, and a Mario 3D game day one. What is the problem? Because the Wii U launch was not that good. It was
the
average.
Wii U launch, all they had was that fucking 2D Mario game.
And Nintendo ran a party.
Third-party games.
That was it. Like Nintendo
and that Animal Crossing nonsense.
Like, I see a lot of great things.
Game ones,
man. They getting support, a lot more support than the Wii U. And Nintendo's coming with games this time, a lot more games. So I see a lot of good things happening. And these little Wii U weirdos, they just Wii U fans. They're not Nintendo fans.
Man, like, do they feel good about themselves, like supporting a dead ass console? That's like maybe that makes them feel like they're a better person because they're willing to support Nintendo when they're doing badly. Like, I just don't get it. Like, you're happy to support them when they're giving you a shit product, but when they're gonna give you something good, that's gonna like give you more games, and you want to get mad about it.
I guess according to those games, we flip floppers. That's what they call.
I guess we are talking about the kind of games that are happy with two games a year. These are the kind of people we're talking about right now. 2 games a year that they're satisfied with.
2 games a year. Oh, they lost their damn mind.
Oh man,
you still going retro?
Nah, that's all I got.
All right, let's go with you, Zan.
Yo, people, look, listen. I have gotten to the point where I just gave up on analyzing these fools because there is no understanding them. But like Alex said, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be condescending. You can go back to my channel, circa 2013 or so. I was one of the biggest Wii U guys around. There was nothing the Wii U could do that I didn't like. Okay? Way before some of the individuals that are becoming problems now in this YouTube community, before they even got started, I was there. So you could say some of this is my fault. you could actually say that. But at the same time, I wised up. I learned. And the video Nia brought up some time ago, it was a cathartic moment when I could finally admit it that I fucking hated the Wii U. When I said that, I felt like this weight just jumped off of my shoulders. It was amazing. It was miraculous. Because I finally understood what the persons, my naysayers at the time, were trying to tell me that I certainly wasn't seeing. I had tunnel vision. I couldn't see anything outside of why the Wii U was considered such a lackluster console. But let's put it this way, guys. Where the Wii U is concerned, I don't understand why you want to go back when everybody in that fan base should be concentrating on moving forward. Again, that's a key word today. Forward. All right? the Wii U was a shit console, all right? That shit was rough. I was there. Even if you want to wear the whole I survived the Wii U tag as a badge of honor, go ahead and do that. That's what I'm doing, baby.
That shit's like a Purple Heart.
Oh.
Exactly. Was rough.
I have a different interpretation of that. Like, it's more of a badge of stupidity, but we can split hairs on this one.
I'm telling you, man, that shit was rough. We're talking prison anal without lube rough. It was rough.
It was.
Nothing
and I
went
was
right.
day one. Like, I was a day one buyer.
Me too.
Mhm.
Me too.
Because I wanted Pikmin, and y'all know how that turned out. But
So, I mean, if you guys want, you're looking at how many videos and blog posts and God knows whatever you do. If you're looking back at all of that you've done and you're saying, well, shit, I'm this far up shit creek without a paddle. Ain't no fucking way I'm turning around now. I'm just going to go to the terminus of this thing and let's just see how far I can get with it. You think you can't turn around and tell the truth now?
I'm sorry, Jen. I'm laughing because Nia said Me First was hot when it first came out.
Man.
That is funny.
it was. That was before.
Dying.
Somebody down over there, man. Yo.
That was before the foolery. Like, that was back when only like the hardcores were on, and like everybody was doing all these awesome drawings and stuff. Like, Miiverse was popular.
Miiverse is not like that anymore. Miiverse
Not
is
at all.
trash now.
Miiverse is trash now.
The thing that made me think Miiverse was trash was I put up a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD picture with one of those little stupid things with the pitchforks, the ones that go na 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 na, those things. And I said, these things are some annoying bastards. And I got a 24-hour ban because of that. I'm like, so wait. And the mod came back at me because, you know, they contact you. It was like, we banned you because your post contained bullying language.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
I'm bullying the game? What?
I got one of those from the Splatoon, the test fire thing, because like most people that play on Wii U don't know how to play shooting games. So I was crushing these idiots. So I put up on Miiverse, my God, everyone who plays Splatoon are a bunch of noobs, and I got banned off Miiverse.
Yep. I mean, there are a couple people here who still follow me on Miiverse, and they still hit me up. I use the web version of it, right, sometimes, just to keep contact with these people. And they're like, yo, San, where you at? I'm like, I'm not using this trash. That's where I'm at. So I'm like, I'm sorry, guy, I can't do it. But when it comes to the Wii U, just move forward. Let go, man. It's okay. No one, I mean absolutely no one is gonna take you to task for being a flip-flopper or changing your opinion, because that's what people do. They learn, they get wiser, they gain information, and they change their minds. Okay? That's what people do. What you shouldn't be doing right now is undermining the efforts that are going forward into making the Switch a better console. And conversely, I was speaking with Real Gamer in our chat earlier. This is the mentality. This is exactly why the other fan bases, being PC, well, they don't take anyone seriously. Those guys are whatever. Xbox and PlayStation, they don't take you seriously. You are the running joke of the industry where fan bases are concerned because of this. Because y'all can't never agree on nothing. You're trying to get something done, and there's a certain subset of you guys holding shit back for God knows what reason. I could never understand it.
And not only that, but let's just be brutally honest here. And I know this is gonna hurt some people's feelings, but there's no way, as a grown man, you can say to another grown man in public that I play on something called Miiverse. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean that
like would you ever say that to anyone you know in real life? Like, even if you did play Miiverse, you would never bring up that you play Miiverse.
I mean, where the Wii U is concerned,
PM me on Miiverse
stuff on there.
Yeah, where the Wii U is concerned, this is the reason why it was a terrible console to me. You might like it, you might have liked it for various reasons. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm a Nintendo fan from the very beginning. Now, most of you guys jumped on with SNES and GameCube and 64. I was there from the very beginning. When I tell you, it makes me ashamed and doubt my fandom, having part to do with the Wii U. You should know, man. When I dumped that piece of shit, and I decided to put more of my money into like the Xbox franchise and fan base and their ecosystem, and I took a look back, I'm like, holy shit, man. Moving up to the east side, motherfucker. Like, the differences are amazing. That shouldn't be. And you guys really need to stop undermining the efforts of the rest of the fan base because they want to move forward, right? And you're holding shit back. This is why you can never send a directed and concerted message to Nintendo, as hard-headed as they are. They will get it if enough of you say the same thing. The PlayStation fan base, they get shit achieved all the time. Xbox fan bases, we pretty much have a brand new fucking console. Why?
That's so true. Because like when other fan bases want something done, like they stand united. Like the Nintendo fan base is so fragmented.
Yep. So I mean, we had a piece of shit coming into this generation, bro. Xbox One, ha ha ha. Yes, because it was a joke. It was a joke. But then, oh yeah, whatever, Alex. But then we fixed it, man. We got through to them. It's possible.
It's definitely a lot better than what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely possible. So just get behind the rest of the dudes who are saying, forget about the Wii U, man. It's over. It's done. It was terrible. But let sleeping dogs lie. Let's go forward and make the Switch better. What you should be doing right now is getting together with the dudes who are looking forward to this thing and making sure you have voice chat. Making sure you get, I don't know, something closer to better service. Maybe not dedicated. Maybe that might be a bit much.
At this point, if somebody tells you that they don't want voice chat on the Switch, just tell them to go fuck themselves. Like,
exactly.
At this point, like, they need to just fuck off.
And that's why I'm so happy that people are really starting to get excited about the Switch, like outside of the standard Nintendo fandom, because you're gonna have all of these voices coming in and saying things and giving feedback instead of like that little subset.
Like, hey, Nintendo, I would actually like to be able to play with my friend that lives across the world. He's not gonna come to my house on an airplane to play video games.
The funny thing is, that's how the Nintendo is though. Like they're super fragile. Like I don't know if y'all know, but like in Smash Bros and stuff, like they don't really allow them to talk trash anymore. But I remember in the old Melee days, Mango used to talk the most trash, and they used to mess with like professional players' nerves. Like, and they would do bad because they weren't used to people talking trash while playing. And it's supposed to be competitive. Like that takes the fun out of it. How you gonna be competitive and not talk trash when you dominating your opponent?
Yeah, because like one of the best parts about playing couch co-op is talking shit to your friend while he's right beside you.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So I'm like, guys, just get together, just get something done. I will say this though, and I think Shoki made a video about it not too long ago. They did stand together on a couple things, and all of them were games. I mean,
Color Splash, Federation. Shit,
shit. Federation Fallacy, Star Flop.
Oh yeah, Star Fox. That was the other one. Star Flop, Federation Flop, and Color shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually surprised people came together on those.
I'm happy they did.
It's like when
Star Fox was too bad to ignore. There was no way they literally killed Star Fox.
Zero hurt my soul. I love Star Fox. I don't give a fuck about Paper Mario. I don't give a fuck about Metroid. Star Fox is my game, and that game hurt my soul. Like I had to crawl up into a corner and just like fall asleep after I played that game.
Like thanks to Miyamoto, Star Fox is now there with James McCloud dead.
Yeah, Star Fox is probably like on the chopping block at this point because of that game.
It is. So that's what I'm saying, guys. It's like it is possible they got the fucking message. I assure you. So much so to the point when it came to Federation Fallacy, they actually had to come out and say, "Oh yeah, don't worry, guys."
They actually talked about it. Yeah,
they talked about it. Yeah, you can get through to them. You just need to stand with your fellows and get it done. That's all I'm saying.
That's good. And they sure did that, man. I'm really proud of them. They actually did something right. And it was a comment that I saw on Odu's video today. One of the guys that you used to associate yourself around Zen, he basically saying taking these ports away from the Wii U is like taking the identity away, from the Wii U.
That's some baggy ass shit. I'm sorry. Correctness aside, that is some gay ass fucking weirdo shit to say.
Okay. You know what? No, wait. Let me take this one.
You're taking away the identity.
This is just never had an identity. It was an identity crisis. That's what.
Let me ask this individual, because I know you're fucking watching, because you're gonna take clips and bits of things that we say and then indirectly address it. Trust me, I was there when you're pioneering that tactic. But anyway. So what you're trying to say is you're taking a game from one console and putting it in a future console damages the identity of that first console. Simple question here, and I don't think I need to say anything more than this or ask you anything more than this. How many fucking times have you bought Super Mario Brothers?
Exactly.
Done.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I got a question for them.
They don't have an issue buying virtual consoles over and over again.
I got a question for them.
I don't understand the difference. And those games don't even get enhanced. They're the same fucking game.
Exactly.
It's not like when you buy Super Mario World from SNES on the Wii version, you get to use the waggle controls. It's the same fucking game. When you buy it on the Wii U, it's not magically in HD and you get touch controls. It's the same fucking game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm like, that's why I got Super Nintendo. I got it on my Super Nintendo. What's the point? Keep buying this shit.
Oh, so what you're trying to say is the Twilight Princess remake you guys got, was that last year or this year?
That was 2015.
That was this year.
Or that's 2016. 2016. Oh yeah, February.
Early this year.
So that destroys its legacy in the Wii, right? The Majora's Mask one that came to the 3DS in 2014, I think, that destroyed the one in N64, right? It's the same thing goes for the one Ocarina of Time, which we've seen like 6 fucking times since it's come out on the 64. We got it on the GameCube. We got it again on the 3DS. And it's been on the Wii and Wii U Virtual Console. Yeah. So you're telling me that its legacy is done. It's over. It doesn't matter anymore. The N64
integrity is gone.
But that's the funny thing, though. Like, it's first of all, it's a machine. So there's no such thing of it having identity. So somebody needs to just backhand them one to the face and one to the back of the head. Second, even if let's play along and be stupid like them for a second and say it really did have identity, but when something dies, does it still keep its identity? Like, it's been dead for the longest time. It's not like it's going to affect its sales at this point.
It launched with no identity. Like, it had no identity.
Exactly. It was called a Wii U. It wasn't even a creative
name. On its deathbed still doesn't have an identity. Nintendo never told us its identity.
When they showed the gamepad, they didn't even show the console. Like, nobody didn't know what this is. They didn't market this damn thing right. It suffered from an identity crisis before it even launched. So I know who that person is. I don't want to say his name out on the air. But these are these fools, these same delusional fools that have been spitting that garbage for these past few years, man. And you can't take those people seriously. And for a while, Nintendo was actually listening to those type of people. And those are the type of people that make us look bad. But it was just Kimishima stuff.
I don't even care about them making people look bad. They're the people that hold the company back. Yeah, they're the reason we have the Wii U the way it is. They're the reason the Wii U doesn't have voice chat or game invites or fucking achievements or anything because of these kind of idiots.
Yeah, because
Kimishima stepped foot into this presidency. He don't care about these Wii U weirdos. He don't care. He's going.
Yeah, he pretty much told them to fuck off.
See, that's why I like Kimishima. He's like, look here. If my financial numbers aren't this big, we ain't listening to you.
Exactly. Kimishima needs to eat Thanksgiving turkey. He's not worried about Wii U owners.
That's a very smart move on what they are doing. That's why I'm commending Kimishima for what he's doing. Y'all got to remember, he used to be the president of Nintendo of America back in the day, in which nobody else.
He must have did a much better job than Reggie, who is absolutely worthless.
You're absolutely right. He knows the West. He knows what the Western audience want, and basically what the Western audience want is basically what we want right now. These rumors and all this shit that's spreading around, these leaks. These are the games that we actually want. So Kimishima, he's actually doing a good job. It's been about a year since he been the president for Nintendo, and he's actually doing a good job. I know for a while they've been silent. Nintendo wasn't talking about nothing because that's just how Nintendo is. They never talk about shit. They always been silent. But these past few weeks, we getting all these boom, 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 boom leaks, all these leaks. All these games now. Pokemon game, they actually listen this time. So Nintendo, I commend them. They actually listening to the real Nintendo fans. They are actually
they're changing. We saw on Twitter, Nintendo of America themselves congratulated Xbox on 15 years of being in the gaming industry.
Alex,
Nintendo from 2 years ago would never have done that shit.
I talked to you first that day, man. When I saw that shit on my Twitter feed,
you didn't even think it was real.
No, I didn't think it was real. I was like, this is all fake bullshit. Nintendo don't do this shit.
No, before that, they gave Phil Spencer an NES Mini before they congratulated him.
Yeah.
They gave
Spencer a Mini and then said, good luck, everybody else.
Well, here's what you got to remember. Nintendo's been in the game long enough to see multiple companies die, not just Sega. Then you also got to remember that as far as Nintendo stands, them and Sony hate each other, so of course they weren't going to say it to Sony.
They're never going to say anything nice about Sony, nor should they. Sony's terrible.
But they have no reason to have like a beef with Xbox, so I can understand that.
And Phil Spencer's awesome. So
remember, technically they got a partnership going on with the Minecraft. Remember that?
That's right.
Yeah, they have Minecraft on the Wii U with like Nintendo stuff on it.
Yeah, so that's why I feel. Oh no, wait, we'll get into that later.
The hero of gaming is bringing the goodness out of Nintendo.
So I guess closing this subject, man. Like I say, man, these Wii U weirdos in this community are the minorities. They just the little crumbs of the crumbs. So whatever they got to say, Nintendo's not gonna listen to them because they're nobodies, man. So just look at the fact that ever since this Switch trailer was whenever they announced this Switch, whenever we got a first look at it, not only the Nintendo fans was excited, a whole bunch of non-Nintendo fans, PC gamers, Xbox gamers, PlayStation gamers, a lot of people that don't even talk about Nintendo on their YouTube channels talking about it. They're excited about it. So these little weirdos in this community, they're nothing. So we don't care about it.
It's weird to see everyone excited for the Switch except for Wii U fans.
Well, let them stay in the magical dream world, dreamland, however you want to call it, and let them just continuously and think that the Wii U is the best thing ever since bread, whatever.
Me and Real are in one of the most ridiculous fanboy groups on Facebook, Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers. And even those guys, the most hardcore Xbox and Sony guys I've ever encountered, even those guys are excited for the Switch.
Hey, Wii U fans, look, listen. Just to close this up, wrap this up. Remember that movie, the one with the sick dog, old yellow, he was old and shit? Yeah. It's time to take that shit out behind the bar.
Skip to the end.
It's over.
Boy, I can tell we're gonna have some response videos about this, man.
Hey, Zen put it best though. Nintendo fans, this is just a Wii U. It's not your kids. Ain't no reason to pull John Q for this terrible trash console. Like, let it go.
You said John Q. God dang.
I love that movie.
Dang. It's like Nintendo is moving on to bigger and better things, man. Just let it go and move on with them.
Hey, if you want to stick with the Wii U, that's great. You're going to get the same amount of games next year as you got this year. None.
Yep.
Be happy with it.
Make things more interesting. Like I say, man, y'all people that's been following me on podcasts, I'm giving away 2 free copies of that Mario 3D game. I'm giving away 2 free copies of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So I'm so excited. I'm giving away 4 games. So stay tuned, man. I'm excited about this system. I can't praise it enough.
You heard it here, folks. Real Gamer is giving away 4 Nintendo Switch consoles.
What? Wait a minute. You're giving away what?
I said game.
You heard me. He's giving away 4 Nintendo Switch consoles.
You see, Alex, you try to put Real Gamer in welfare, dog.
No, don't listen to Alex. Don't listen to Alex. He don't know what the hell he's talking about.
He's gonna give a Switch to everybody in the comment section.
Token of appreciation that y'all been, I guess supporting the podcast. But like I say,
by the time these dudes are done with you, man, bread is gonna be special.
Everybody say anything to add before we get to the next topic?
Well, do we get free Switches for
being on the
podcast?
What I'm trying to figure out. Like, you trying to get me
owe us.
Anyway, okay, I shouldn't. Okay, let's go and get to the next topic. Okay, if y'all are a fan of AAA games, y'all are a fan of shooters and all these games that's coming out, the Mafia 3s, you got the Watch Dogs 2 and Titanfalls and Battlefield and Call of Duty, Gears, like a whole bunch of these big name titles that's coming out within weeks or a few days apart from each other these past few weeks, man. It's just been it's been a crazy month and a half of gaming. If you're a hardcore gamer, if you played all these games, and I want to know how your bank account is, man. If you can afford all these games, man, I want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with you, man. Like, damn, you got some money. Like, there's a whole bunch of games that came out within a few days from each other, man. Like you got the Battlefield 1 came out first. Like a few days later, you got Titanfall. A few days later, you got Call of Duty: Infinite Warfare. Something got to give. Not everybody could play all these shooters, man. It's just too many damn shooters. course, you got the Call of Duty fan base, you got the Battlefield fan base. Those are juggernaut franchises. It's kind of hard to get these hardcore fans of those two franchises to come along and stop what they're doing on their beloved franchise and go on a new franchise as Titanfall. Titanfall's still a new franchise. It might be the second game, but technically it's still new. Well, technically it's new on the PlayStation console since it's the first Titanfall on the PlayStation console. But look how that turned out, man. Like, you know, you're putting these games in a bad time slot. Like Titanfall does not belong as a holiday release. If you got Battlefield and Call of Duty as a holiday release, Titanfall should be nowhere near it. And look how that turned out. You know, not only Titanfall 2 was a flop, you got Watch Dogs 2 was a flop, even though it had a better reception than the first one, but I guess it left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths. But, you know, we could talk about that. You know, we could talk about other games like Call of Duty's a flop. You know, some people say Gears of War 4 is a flop, but I think it's selling decently. It sold over 1 million. Of course, we gotta think about the fact that if you're an Xbox One gamer and if you got a PC, most likely you're gonna buy the digital version so you can, you know, play anywhere you want. So you gotta look at those numbers. Like, I'm not gonna just pretty much judge and go off of VG charts until I get the actual facts from Microsoft, because a lot of people.
You have to say the same thing for the other games. Like, you can't just say only people who buy Gears buy digital. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I was about to say that with other games. I'm about to say, you know, with other games too. But
that means you have to say the same thing for Titanfall, Battlefield, and COD.
Yeah. Well,
and Watch Dogs, I guess.
No, with COD, you can't play anywhere you want. I'm talking about like Microsoft exclusives. So basically, if you got a PC,
I think it flopped.
So you bought a PC version, you get to play on your Xbox. That only goes for Microsoft.
That's how I bought it.
So basically, that could be one of the reasons. Like, there's a lot of reasons to this, and a lot of speculations, but I think the main part about this is the fact that a lot of these games are crunched, you know, in a little amount of time. I guess they want to get these games out for the holidays. Yeah. And I think it's hurting sales for these developers that spent their hard-earned money, you know, freaking making these games, but they're getting pushed by these publishers to help them release this game at a bad time. And right now, Respawn and EA is going at it, and the boss of Respawn is not happy. He's not happy. You know?
Yeah, they got fucked.
Yeah, they did. EA said they want to work
them hard.
Yeah, they say they want to work Respawn in the future, do another project, maybe a Titanfall 3. And the boss of Respawn said whatever the fuck that mean, because he's pretty pissed off about the sales of Titanfall 2. I think Titanfall 2 is like one of the best shooters this year. You know, that and Doom and Battlefield, like those are really good games. And it came out at a bad time. Right now, you get to buy it at like $30. Like, they slashed the price. It just came out like
half price. The shit came out like 2 weeks ago.
I think the big problem with Titanfall 2, at least from some of the things I've been hearing right now, is that with Titanfall 2, as of right now, like, some people think it's a little too OP with the last Titan. Think that thing is too broken. And then the other thing I've heard is, as far as PC goes, it's really broken. So, of course, you got that large amount of the community pretty frustrated with that.
I guess from my experience with Titanfall,
wait, Titanfall is broken on PC?
Yeah, I heard the PC version of Titanfall was good, but the COD
on PC. I heard it was pretty broken.
Since when?
Since first release, like Ethos and the Black Okage, and then we're talking about it on their podcast.
What was wrong with it?
I guess from my experience on the Xbox One, I had no issues.
They were saying that there was a lot of frame rate issues and stuff with it when it first came out.
You know what? I did experience a little bit of that.
Like, it might have been patched now, but when it first came out, that was an issue.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that was
on console. On PC.
I know what you're saying, but you got to remember, from a PC gamer's perspective, if something is broken, we complain right away. Because I had 2K17 excited to play it, and day one, when I saw how broken it was, I got a refund back immediately. So for that crowd, that's how we are.
Yeah, I experienced those problems too. So, but it might have also been my card, because that was back when I had my old card. So
I had no issue, you know.
Before you joined Team 1080 Ultra, boys.
But guess what? Windows 10 don't want to work.
Windows 10 is the devil. It needs to be
I love Windows 10.
Oh my god, I should have kept 8.1.
It needs to be prayed over. Like, no technology can fix that. It needs to be prayed over.
Windows 10 is the devil.
You just gotta turn off all the shit that Microsoft spies on you. You gotta turn all that shit off. That's all.
Well, like Cortana?
Huh?
Cortana?
No, there's like all these Go on YouTube. You can search. There's like these settings you can go into your Windows and turn off all this shit that Microsoft uses to spy on you.
I don't know, but I haven't had a good experience with Windows 10 yet. Like 8.1, I had no problems.
Oh, okay. But I guess anyway, like let's go and talk about this subject. Like it's pretty obvious that a lot of these games are flopping because there's too many games that's crunched at the same time. And Titanfall 2 has no business right by COD and Battlefield. Of course, like I said, you got Watch Dogs 2's flopping. Other games are flopping. Gear's not making as much sales as the previous entry. But like I say, I still think a lot of people bought it digitally. Alex, you say you bought it digitally. Zen Gamer, you say you bought it digitally. A lot of people have bought it digitally because they get to play it on their PC and their Xbox One. So what you think about?
I wanted to see the difference between the Xbox version and the PC version. The PC version is infinitely better.
So that's where probably a lot of sales they went. You know, people don't track down the digital; they track down the physical copy. Whenever they give us the NPD numbers every month, it's all physical, not digital copies. Kind of like how Halo 5 came out last year. People keep on thinking Halo 5 flopped, but it sold 5 million Halo 5s before the end of 2015. And according to BG Charts, it still said it sold like around 4.2 or 3. So Halo 5 is well past 5 or 6, maybe 7 million. We don't know. They still haven't gave us the official number of the total sales of Halo 5. So it could be the same thing with Gears.
I'll put it this way: if they're not bragging about it, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
probably not. Probably not. So,
but I think that they
haven't said a word about Gears. That's not a good sign.
Yeah,
I think they need to stop trying to worry about files so much, man. Like it's so much free room during the summertime, and it's like y'all don't use that. Like, why not?
That's why Arkham Knight did so well that year when it came out in summer because they had no competition.
Yeah.
So what you think about all this, Alex? Do you think it's too many games crunched up at the same time?
Too many games, man. The games are more expensive now than they've been in a long time. They're too crunched together. 3 AAA high-quality shooters a week apart of each other. That's fucking crazy. And each of them have like season passes and microtransactions and all this shit. Most people are just going to buy one now. Mm-hmm. It's too expensive. They need to spread this shit out. You don't have to have all your games. Because it's crazy. Because in like January, there's maybe a couple games. Then till June, maybe you get 1 or 2 games in between then. And then everything comes at you in August to November. That's too much. There's a huge break in between that nobody's taking advantage of. I don't understand why they do that. Sony is actually smart in this respect. They put a lot of their first-party titles in the first half of the year, like Uncharted 4 and Ratchet & Clank and Street Fighter. That was all in the first half of the year. And those did really well because they didn't really have that much competition. Except for Street Fighter. That bombed because it was
I was about to correct you on that.
Yeah, that was just a terrible game in general. There was no saving it. The second Sony got involved with that game, it was doomed. But Ratchet & Clank did really well. Uncharted 4 did extremely well. No competition. I think Microsoft is very bad at this. They had no games in the first half of the year other than Quantum Break. And then in the second half of the year, they kind of put everything else when the big third-party games are coming, and they're getting like lost in the shuffle. They need to sort that out. They need to put their games in the first half of the year like Sony.
By the way, I'd like to make a quick note. Due to the performance of Street Fighter and what has happened with this current election, I think we can now officially say that Street Fighter 5 was the Hillary Clinton of the gaming community.
Oh, damn.
Ouch. Wow.
And are you trying to say Pokken Tournament was the Bernie Sanders that got fucked because it was on the Wii U?
Yeah, pretty much.
Street Fighter 5 is Hillary Clinton and Pokken Tournament is Bernie. What game is Trump?
No Man's Sky.
Smash.
Oh.
It won because it was bad, but it got everybody's money.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
wow. Holy shit, that actually fits.
That is probably the best analogy I have heard.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Out of all this.
You still going, Alex?
Huh?
You still going?
Oh, I kind of forgot what we were talking about.
I guess all the AAA games flopping, during this time.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is people are tired. Like they're tired of getting just completely squeezed out of every dime they have. Like it's gotten ridiculous this generation. Not every game needs to be a full price game and then have microtransactions and then have season passes. People can't keep up anymore. And I think they're just starting to get fed up with it. And you're seeing it. A lot of big AAA third-party games have been selling worse this time around compared to stuff like last year. Because I think people are finally opening their eyes to the giant dick in their ass that's been up there from these companies. And they're finally like,
it's getting to a point that Ubisoft even said they're done with season pass because they saw the flop of Assassin's Creed.
Ubisoft said they're no longer going to put stuff into the season passes that actually affects gameplay. It's going to be like cosmetic stuff because they don't want people to have a bad experience with the mainline game. And they shouldn't be forcing people to buy season passes. So I'm actually like impressed by Ubisoft.
They have to do that because people spoke with their wallets with the last Assassin's Creed. It didn't sell very well.
Yeah, Syndicate sold terribly.
Didn't sell very well. There's a reason why they're doing this because people are they fed up with it. Look at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. People are fed up with it, man. Yeah. Why do you think GameStop is practically giving it away for $1? I
think you like trade in any recent game and you get Call of Duty for.
I could trade in Titanfall or Battlefield 1 right now and get Call of Duty for $1. Man, fuck that. Fuck Call of Duty. I'm gonna stick with my Titanfall.
I played the Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2 campaigns, and like by far, Titanfall 2's campaign is the best one.
Yeah, that's what I think. I still love Battlefield.
Fun.
But the
Titanfall is good too. But Titanfall 2's campaign is like it's really good. Like I was surprised
it's up there. It's kind of up there with Doom. Both of those, both. It's kind of similar because they, like the boss battles and all that, But it's pretty fun. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Are you still going, Alex? Or are you finished?
I guess I'm done.
What about you, Nick? What you think about all these AAA games crunched up at the same time? A lot of these games are flopping. What's your intake about this?
A couple different theories I have on this one. One, like Alex said, there's a good chance that people are finally starting to figure out that, these games are being sold to them incomplete or messed up or whatever.
Took them long enough.
Maybe there's the fact that, they pretty much 3 games came out that are pretty much the same damn thing. And 2 of them by EA, by the way. He's like, oh, hey, here, who the fuck at EA said, hey, let's take our one big franchise and put it right beside our other big franchise, or hope to be big franchise. I don't know.
I think that was a good idea.
They cannibalized themselves on that one.
Yeah, they did.
Of course, people are gonna buy, Battlefield over anything else because Battlefield people like better. I mean, I
at least give it a month apart of each other, like a week.
But. Doesn't come out every year like Call of Duty. It comes out every I'll say 2 to 4 years, maybe
2-3 years, yeah,
something like that. And Call of Duty is yearly, and it's been more miss than hit in the past couple of years. I guess there's because I think they have a different developer do it each year, and there's only one developer that actually does it good.
You mean for COD?
And they only come around once every 3 or 4
COD
years.
has 3 separate teams working on the game. They each get 3 years to complete their game, and they go in rotation.
Yeah, so eventually they'll get back to the good one that actually does it right, and it'll probably sell all the time. But in the meantime, you got all those other developers who just do it half-assed or mediocre. Nobody cares. But yeah, so they had both games come out for at the same time, and that probably didn't help. Or maybe it's just that another way look at it is maybe the sales numbers didn't change, but there's a big gap between how many people actually own the system and how many people actually buy the games. I mean, look at PS4. That thing is 40 million now? But the average game sells about maybe 3 million at the highest? There might be some other ones that kind of pass that, but when we look at it, there's a huge gap there. Mm-hmm. And even if different people buy different games, some game in there should be the one that gets the most sales, like Uncharted for instance. I mean, it's just everybody acts oh, the PS4 Sony brought 40 million gamers new. It's no, they didn't bring anybody. They there's at least I want to say 36 million gamers who bought this thing because why?
Netflix.
Well, they only have like 20 million PSN users. That's like half the install base.
Yeah, what the hell are they doing with their PS4s?
That's because everyone uses Netflix. That's what it is.
I think it's
what are the other
you don't have to have.
What are these 20 million people doing with their PS4s? That's what I don't understand.
PS4 had a whole bunch of hype at launch, and after that, people just didn't give a damn no more.
You only need PS Plus to play games online. All the other features like Netflix and stuff, there's no paywall guarding that.
Think about it. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. For all y'all, this is based on idiot logic, so it's not gonna make much sense. But this is the logic to stupid people. It's like, okay, I enjoy being on Netflix and watching a lot of movies. And even though I have a laptop or a PC at home, I'd rather not be on it, and I prefer to be on a screen that's bigger than that. So I'm going to get a console because that allows me to be on a bigger screen, because I don't understand that I can just do that same thing with my computer to a USB cable to a television. It sounds a lot simpler for me to just buy a console. On top of that, I do like some video games, so I'll buy like NBA 2K to play all year so I can be with the rest of the coons, and I'll watch Netflix.
Oh, God. But, like, as far as the whole Netflix thing goes, you can buy cheaper and smaller devices that you can just plug right into your TV and get, like, all that shit you don't need a console for. I mean, these things are, like, USB size. You plug it into the HDMI port of your TV. All you need is Wi-Fi, and there you go. You get all the good stuff like Netflix or Hulu, whatever the fuck you bought your console for, and now you bought something for like 10 times cheaper.
A lot of the TVs actually have that built in now.
And some TVs have it built in. I have a TV built in, but it's kind of old now, so I don't think you can really keep up with the updates. So, you know, I'll watch that shit on my Xbox and stuff, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, there's no reason to buy the console even if you're just playing Netflix or whatever, because you can get that on anything now. You can get Netflix on your fucking phone, which you can also connect to your TV. So yeah, I don't know what all these other people bought their PS4 for. I guess, you know, they don't factor in people who sold their PS4. You know, the sale's already there for the bot, but when you sell it, you usually sell it third party. You don't get the original money back you spent for that thing. Unless you returned it to the actual you bought it from within the allotted time frame.
First 2 weeks or whatever.
I'm pretty sure, Nate, that if you pass the form around asking people why they bought a PS4, the line that belongs to reasons pretty much.
I think the most reason is because I saw it on the TV and it looked cool or some shit like that.
Yeah, that would be a big reason, but then among gamers it'd be because Xbox fucked up.
I know on college campuses, the popular reason I've heard at a few of the schools I've been to has been Call of Duty.
Oh, and because greatness awaits. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Still waiting.
Still going there
for a while.
So still going there. They got the Pro and they're still not even there. The Pro came out before greatness.
And that Pro seems so underwhelming. I was so shocked to see all these news outlets like talking down about the Pro. Even they can't hide how underwhelming it is.
Honestly, I think a lot of people want to buy this Pro because they thinking that you get a better graphical fidelity, and you don't. All you get is better resolution.
You get better resolution. That's it.
They think that these games can look more realistic, but that's not the case. You know, look at these side-by-side comparisons. Like, you can't really tell on it's like, what's the point of
if you have a 4K TV, you obviously will tell the difference. But you're going from 1080p medium settings to 4K medium settings. It's just a resolution bump, but like the textures are the same.
People want to buy this because of graphics. No, you're not getting a Pro for better graphics. You're getting it for better resolution. That's why people got to understand the difference between graphics and resolution.
And you sure as hell aren't getting it for better frame rates.
Hey, all I'm saying is, I'm not here to poo-poo on the Pro or anything. It is underwhelming though, but.
Oh, I'm a straight piss on it. It's trash.
If you think about it, Sony loves to brag about sales. It's been out for like 2 or 3 weeks. We still ain't heard the word. What's going on with the Pro? Is it not still?
If you're gonna release a a premium system, you should take the time to make sure it's a little bit.
You should make it a damn premium. It's a half premium because all they did was improve the graphics card. They didn't improve the processor.
Well, see, that's what people forget. They forget that Sony does not follow Webster's dictionary like everyone else in the world. They have their own definitions for things. What Sony means when they say premium is not high quality product. Premium to them means we're just going to charge you more. Remember when they said that their online service was going to be premium, but it works exactly the same as the PS3 and you're paying more money? Like, people got to read between the lines. Like, you can't take the right definition of something and put that to Sony, because apparently they have their own definitions in their own world.
They lose the words in translation.
They're like Starbucks when you go to get a large cup coffee and they get mad and make you say the venti and the venti.
I never say venti. I say large and I just stare at them. I refuse. I won't say their hipster nonsense.
You can tell them to write Trump on your cup too.
I heard a lot of people are doing that now.
All right, let's move on. What about you, Nee? What you think about this situation? We kind of got off topic about third parties.
I'm kind of like how I was mentioning before. It's like, I think that people need to just pick better release dates, because these days, I think that, you know, there's always this this myth, and it's not even really a myth. It works depending on, you know, when you come out and around what games are coming out at the time, that the best, you know, possible time to sell your games is around the fall, because that's when people are spending money for like the holidays and stuff like that. But people really, I think people kind of need to start getting out of that for release dates. I think that especially if you're not like a heavy hitter like a Call of Duty or like a Battlefield or something like that, you might want to consider maybe some summer or even spring releases, because even though the holidays is when people have, like, you know, people's wallets are burning in the holidays, just giving your game some breathing room also means a lot too, I think.
Yeah. I think if you're a smaller game, having breathing room is better than being in a saturated area or like holiday season.
Yeah.
Because like let's use this situation. Let's just pretend Mario Color Splash came out alongside Call of Duty. And your mom or your dad or whatever, they go to the store on Black Friday and they see Call of Duty and they see Color Splash. They're not gonna buy Color Splash. They're gonna buy Call of Duty. Like, it's just what's gonna happen.
I mean, nobody bought Color Splash anyways. So.
I know, but like that's just an example. Let's use Watch Dogs. I guess Watch Dogs would have been up beside it. They're still gonna buy Call of Duty. Like, you're always gonna fall against the megastars. Like, the only ones that can compete with them is like Grand Theft Auto or like a Smash Brothers or a Mario Kart, something like that.
Right.
If you're not that like tier, you should be away from them.
Exactly. Like Titanfall would have done better in like the spring or summer.
Fucked. Like, honestly,
it should have come out in the spring. There's still some games coming out in the spring. Actually, there's quite a few of them, but I don't really think there's no shooters that's coming out in the spring.
Speaking of shooters, you know what I really want a release date on? Like, we still haven't got a release date yet on Borderlands 3. Like, we know we're definitely getting one, but they still haven't given us a release date. And I really don't play shooters much, and I play that to death.
Yeah, because the snake oil salesman over there at Gearbox, he used all the money on Battleborn and lost to Overwatch.
And lost it all.
Yeah. That could have went into pretty good games coming out in the spring. You got
exactly. That could have went into Borderlands. Like, over the summer, I destroyed Borderlands. I have like 300 something hours between the three games.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what? I think a game like this should come in the summer. You know, Titanfall, like a game like that, like these big juggernaut games will usually get released in the summer. They always get released either in the fall by the holidays or sometimes in the spring, because a lot of times, you know, spring does get jam-packed with games, because you got to remember a lot of people get their tax return. So you know, that's another reason.
Tax return time should be another segment where there's some games coming out.
So that's a good reason to buy games, because you got money to spend. So summertime it always gets a little bit dry, and Titanfall, since it's still like a new franchise, it should come on a month that is really dry, or that season that is always dry, from May to all the way to like September or something like that, or August or September. When October rolls around, it's a wrap, man. You can't put a game like that next to Call of Duty and Battlefield. You're gonna get bodied, man, and that's what happened here.
And also that way you have more time and effort you can put into marketing for two separate games. Like, if you guys noticed, any time you saw any marketing, it was for Battlefield. You don't see marketing for Titanfall, because they weren't gonna market two games the same way at the same time, because that's just wasting money. But if like Titanfall had come out in the summer, that could have had its own marketing campaign, and then Battlefield could have got its own marketing campaign. It would have been better.
You gotta remember, Titanfall's on the EA IP. Battlefield is this DICE owned by EA, so of course they're gonna cater more towards Battlefield. That is their own personal IP.
I can't even remember the name of the website now, but there was a website that I follow. I can't remember the name right now. Sorry. They said they forgot to ask for their review copy of Titanfall 2 because they just straight forgot it was coming out. Because
nobody like I forgot. It just showed up like at the store and they're like, oh, okay.
At the same time, we talked about this offline, and it's something I just thought about. I wonder how they read their analytics or how they track their analytics, because I think personally, if we understood how they track their analytics, it would probably make a little bit more sense to us. So, since we don't have that data of exactly what they're looking at, we can't tell. Because what I was thinking, and we were talking about this offline, is let's say they're tracking their analytics and they're like, okay, our shooters sell this much, but our other games aren't. And then assume, okay, we probably have a lot of casual fans that buy big into our shooters, but they're not that interested into other games. So now we're going to try to hit for the casual market. Now, we don't know if that's true, but if that was their line of thinking, then we also know that a lot of big companies look at casual gamers as, not playing all the time, which means that during the winter and stuff when it's cold and nobody's going outside, they'll play. But during the summer,
they're outside.
Us hardcore gamers that's still in the house, they're going to be outside. So that may be their train of thought a lot of times with gaming.
Also got to imagine they're looking at they're probably looking at data from last year, and they're going to follow suit if that was successful. And last year, a lot of these AAA games sold really well at holiday time. So
that's true too.
Let's move on. Nia, are you finished with your topic? We hadn't got to 30 yet. You finished, Nia? Okay. What about you, Derek? What you think about these games getting crunched?
I'm just gonna be short and sweet about it. Spread the shit out.
Damn. Short and sweet. Okay, that's all you got on that?
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Zen Game? What you think about this?
We were talking earlier before you went live. It's a bunch of different things, man. It's the investors, it's the fiscal reports, it's everything. What you guys just said about the gamers in the summer and the winter, I didn't even think about that. It's a bunch of different factors why they choke these games up into the period between August and November, man. But it's stupid. It really is, because you're wasting so much of the year. But then you can't blame the developer. They have nothing to do with it. What's his face was a Titanfall guy. He was pissed.
He had no control.
Yeah, pissed. But then that's his fault. Like I said, you don't leave Activision because they're bullying you to go to EA and expect them not to bully you.
The company that won worst company in the world 2 times.
Yeah, that's kind of your fault, bro. I mean, you gotta accept your responsibility there. But honestly speaking, though, they should really spread the shit out. I mean, most people don't have that kind of money, and you're actually forcing people to choose. Just like with Battlefield and Titanfall, you don't want to force people to choose. Furthermore, Titanfall being the lesser of the 2 franchises, you dropped that shit the same day Skyrim Remaster came out. Hey guys, I'm having a memory lapse here. What was the last game that came up against a Bethesda game? Did it do well? No, it didn't do well. So I'm like, stupid. It's stupid. You don't go up against these kind of games, man. You just don't. And then it's sandwiched between Gears of War, between your own franchise, Battlefield. It's on the same day as a Bethesda game, and then a week later is Call of Duty. Can somebody tell me bad idea? Like, did this? I would pay to be a fly on the wall for that meeting, because I just want to hear how the fuck they justify this. I don't know. I really don't know, but it happened, and people are not happy. So you just have to deal with it. I mean, that's just the way it is. But as far as the game sales and other games are concerned, aside from Titanfall, when it comes to the microtransactions and season passes and Ubisoft, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Game development is expensive. Yep. Very expensive. It's about to get even more expensive because people want better graphics. People want voice acting. Those pussies who do the voice acting, they want more money. Yeah, I think they're pussies.
I think they're pussies too. I think they're being a bunch of bitches.
Exactly.
I would have to disagree there because voice acting isn't as easy as we think. You have to keep in mind the amount of hours they put in and how easy it is to lose their voice. Like I'm not gonna lie, there'll be some days we're arguing in here doing a podcast, and I'll shout a little bit, and we only do a podcast for 2 hours, and I'll lose my voice doing that. So to be in the studio all day and
I'll put it
to
you this way. I understand what you're saying, but I'll put it to you this way. I don't need to hear Troy Baker in every fucking game ever made. They can hire somebody else and let his bitch ass sit in the corner and not cash checks if he wants to cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm like,
you don't need one person to do every game. They can hire more people.
Yeah, you read that article about their hours and what they do. These motherfuckers work for 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day! Voicing video game characters.
And I get that they're screaming and they're losing their voice, but at the same time, they're the ones that are signing up for this. Nobody's putting a gun to their head and saying, you must work.
Yeah, because you got to do all the death screams, you got to do all the battle cries. Yeah, that's true. You're probably losing your voice, you're damaging your voice, but hello, you're in a possibly air-conditioned booth for 4 hours a day making serious bank voicing video game characters. I can think of harder jobs than that.
Right.
Well, like, but you also got to remember that's like being an voice actor. That's not their only job. Like they could be doing other acting jobs during the day too.
Then go do that.
Because I mean,
nobody's holding a gun to their head. And if they want to go on strike, then these companies will find someone else, and we won't have to hear these guys anymore. Big deal.
Yeah, but anyway, we're getting sidetracked again. But the fact of the matter remains is that these developers, publishers, not developers, these publishers, they need to pay more and more and more and more money because everything needs to be better. And we want dedicated servers and all of this bullshit. I've said it once, I've said it before. You want microtransactions to go away potentially because there's nothing holding them to this. You want bad DLC practices to go away because DLC isn't a negative overall. It's not an overarching evil. It can be good.
DLC
look at
can
The Witcher
be
3.
good.
Yeah, look at Witcher 3. I mean, I didn't want that game to end, and it didn't, thanks to the DLC. But they handled it in a smart way, where I didn't feel like I was being fucked as a consumer. But anyway, then the prices of games, AAA games, not all games, AAA games need to go up. If you want the whole thing up front, then the base prices needs to go up, whether that be 80 or 100, whatever the case might be, because that is what you're paying for the rest of the game. The $40 season passes, the $50 season passes, that's what it is.
Actually, I don't think that's necessarily true, and we can use your example you just used, Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is one of the longest games that came out this generation. It's one of the best looking games this generation. It has one of the most voice acting this generation, and they still give you all the free DLC.
I don't know what
why they get away with it? Because they are smart with their budgeting. They're not Activision. They're not spending $500 million on advertising. That shouldn't be put onto the gamers.
And Activision does waste money because they got this dude from Game of Thrones. What's his face? Kit Harington? Whatever.
Oh, yeah, he was in Call of Duty. Yeah.
I'm like,
what the fuck?
That dude is expensive.
Snow. I forgot his name.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. There he is.
You don't need to get Jon Snow in Call of Duty.
Jon Snow.
It's that kind of shit. 2 years ago, they had some other guy as well, Kevin Spacey. I'm like, you don't need.
He was awesome though.
Yeah, but still.
Last year they had the guy from Special Victims Unit.
Yeah, they spend money badly, man.
Recklessly. And then you're the one who has to pay for it, though.
Yeah, that's true. That is also true. But
that has nothing to do with the game. They're spending money on unnecessary things.
Is that the fact of the matter remains is that these games are selling less, so they got to make the money up somewhere else. And unfortunately, because of the casual scene, not us, because we understand how this shit works, they just buy the deal, the microtransactions and the stupid
They don't
DLC.
care. Yeah.
They don't care. They're ruining it for the rest of us. But the thing is, you can't even blame them because they don't even fucking understand how.
They don't care. They only buy one game a year. So to them, investing more money into that one game that they play is not a big deal.
Yeah. But the bottom line is, regardless of whose fault this is, game development, AAA game development is getting more expensive. So some of those prices are going to have to go up if you want this other bullshit to go away. If you want the whole cake and not some of the cake on day one.
I don't know, man. I think they can just be smarter with their budgets.
Well, Ubisoft, I think they learned their lesson because not only not only they stop, you know, with this whole DLC nonsense, they said they're gonna stop with the season pass, and on top of that, they loving how these Rainbow Six Siege is going. It's a very it's a successful the game. Is they continuously giving out free content of this game. They're supposed to be giving out free maps throughout 2017 for free, and they're saying that their fan base is growing every day, and they love it. So that's why they went ahead. That's when they went ahead. They're gonna be like, you know what? We're done with the season pass. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do a lot better than we did with the Assassin's Creed situation. We're gonna do a lot better than what we did with the Watch Dogs and all that. And
it's almost like if you don't fuck your customers around, they stay longer.
I think they're gonna change for the better, and that's what I'm liking about what Ubisoft is doing. And now, if we could get Activision to do that shit, and if we could get EA to stop doing that bullshit, you know.
Well, that's the thing with these kind of companies. They'll always push as far as they can. They'll always try to scam you as much as they can until you stop paying, and then they'll try to do something right.
Just looking at these games that came out during the fall, these games that's flopping, I think we're starting to send a message to these developers, to these publishers. Like, a lot of people is not going to buy these games. They sick and tired.
There is an alternative. And I said this once before, but it's kind of a Pandora's box situation. This could go right, or this could go horribly wrong. Open up Kickstarter to AAA developers and let us pay for the game from day one.
But we've already seen that go wrong with shit from little guys like Mighty Number 9.
I don't trust Kickstarter. I don't trust.
I know.
Hell no. Fuck that. Mighty Number 9, Shenmue. Like I go on and on.
Kickstarter is good for little games.
Project.
Kickstarter is supposed to be for guys who have no money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true.
Man, if I ever saw Activision put a game on Kickstarter, I would fucking lose it.
and this might sound like messed up, but this is my personal opinion. If you're a big company with big money, you've obviously been in the game long enough to understand the establishment of rules, how you should carry yourself as a company, how to create PowerPoint presentations, and a 50-page business plan to make bigger investors want you. If you're a company that's been around that long that can't do that, then maybe you need to go.
Oh, another thing that needs to happen, they need to stop pricing everything at $60 because most games are not
every
worth
game
$60.
is a $60 game.
Yeah,
There's not.
I wouldn't even mind if there were $20 games, $40 games, $60 games, and then there were like $80 and $100 games based on what you're getting. Just spread the shit out. You don't need to be. Who established this 60 shit?
Yeah, like a game like let's say Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. That's not a $60 game. Like,
it's worth 40, maybe. Yeah.
Street Fighter 5 was not a $60 game.
That should have been free.
Street Fighter should have been like a $20 game with the amount of content you got. Like Microsoft was smart when they made ReCore 40 instead of 60.
That's what I'm saying, man. You're gonna give these smaller games a chance, and you're gonna stop raping people's wallets. And in the end of the day, it does benefit you because at the end of the day, they're gonna have more money for your later games.
Like even if you have to make the game like digital only or something.
Something like that, yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of digital only, another idea that will only work if it's digital only. I can't tell you the number of people that I know that buy Call of Duty just for the multiplayer. I can also name a few people that buy it just for the single player because they don't fucking care about the multiplayer, right?
That's me.
Start selling these games digitally separately. Give me the option.
Yeah, so man, like $20 for the campaign only or $40 for the online only.
$40 for the multiplayer. Exactly. Yeah. Give me the option. I don't want to pay $60 and I have this whole portion sitting there. I don't fucking care about it.
But I don't like playing COD online anymore, so I just rent it because I can beat the campaign in like 2 days. You got to be out of your fucking mind to think I'm going to spend $80 to play a campaign.
Yeah, so how about I give you $20 and you give me the campaign?
Exactly. That'd be awesome, actually.
I guess let's go to the last subject for today, guys. I guess does anybody else got anything to say before we switch to our last subject?
Yeah, fuck Sony.
Damn.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yo, there you go again with that shit, man. You'll get us shut up on this.
Hey, at least that ain't opinion though. That's fact.
That's not even opinion. That's just a fact. Fuck them.
Yeah. Sometimes I do be saying fuck Sony because they be doing some off the wall shit, man. But can't take our word. We just fanboy. We just Xbox, according to a lot of these ponies in this community. But I want to talk about Phil Spencer. He basically came out, was it yesterday, and he said he would love to see Mario on the Xbox. And basically, This is what he says. It's been a great partnership on the Minecraft. Spencer said, in fact, they put Mario on Minecraft on the Wii U with a mashup skin pack and continue to work with them on that and build a stronger relationship. So, I mean, you know, if to pay dividends down the road, that lead to something else that would be fantastic. I would love to see Mario on the Xbox. So, would that lead to a Mario on the Xbox? I hardly doubt that unless Nintendo do something really, really stupid to get themselves out the console market. But it's not going to be anytime soon because the Switch looks very, very promising. And of course, Phil Spencer came out last year, and he basically kind of, you know, hints something like that, having a Nintendo character on the Xbox. But he did make a statement about he would love to see Banjo, you know, from the Banjo-Kazooie series, to go on a Smash Brothers, to be a playable character on the Smash Brothers. And you know, like everybody knows, man, if you don't know that Nintendo has the strongest IPs, the strongest first-party support in the world, then you are a delusional fanboy. You're a pony, or you're an Xbox, or an X-tard, whatever. If you don't know how strong Nintendo's first-party games are, then you are a delusional. I don't even want to say. You know, I'm gonna say, fuck it. You're a delusional faggot. That's what you are. You're a delusional fucking faggot. You know, I'm just being honest. Like you cannot sit here and say that Nintendo games do not sell. It sells not good. It sells great. Look at the Pokemon franchise. Look at the Smash Bros. Mario Kart, Mario, Zelda. They got a lot of great franchises that sells really good. Grand Theft Auto can't compete with it. Call of Duty can't compete with it. Nobody in this gaming industry can compete with Nintendo's first party. Look at Mario Kart on the Wii U. Over half the install base bought Mario. In that case, maybe, you know, if Call of Duty had a strong franchise like that, maybe over half the PlayStation fan base would have bought it. No, it's not the case, man. Their IPs is not as strong as Nintendo IPs. So I'm pretty sure not only Microsoft won't sell Nintendo.
If you want a realistic example of how much better Nintendo first-party titles are to someone like Sony, Yoshida told you this generation you're gonna get less first-party titles because they don't sell well. Like that's just point blank. Their first-party titles don't sell well enough for Sony to invest in them.
Because
Nintendo doesn't have that problem.
Because third parties took over this gaming industry last generation or the generation before that. They took over. Everybody wants COD. Everybody wants Assassin's Creed. Everybody wants the Maddens and 2Ks and Battlefield. That's what they want, man. But when it comes to first party, the only people that actually shows up is Nintendo fans. And of course, if you want to go on Microsoft and Sony, you know, of course, Uncharted, you know, they sell really well, but it don't sell as well as Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. Halo, it always sells well. It sells well, like between 6 to 8, something 9 to 10 million.
Mario Kart outsold Halo and Uncharted 4 combined.
I'm trying to say that's the power of Nintendo's IPs, man. That's why I'm saying nobody can compete with them. So I understand where Phil Spencer is coming from. Will they have a partnership in the future? Hell, I wouldn't mind. I like Xbox. I
wouldn't be surprised if we saw Banjo and Smash. I think that's doable.
I think Nintendo and Microsoft got some good going on. You know, I'm a huge fan of Nintendo. I'm a huge fan of Microsoft. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen, man. What you think about it, Alex?
I think it's cool. Like everybody here knows, I like Phil Spencer. I think Phil Spencer is the best thing that's ever happened to Xbox. He fixed the Xbox brand name effectively after what's his name? Matrix. After that fucking bitch came in and almost single-handedly destroyed Xbox. Phil Spencer came. He rebranded Xbox, essentially. He's done an amazing job. And he's the one that brought Minecraft to the Wii U. When all these years, that guy that owned Minecraft, I forgot his name, he wouldn't bring it to the Wii U. Nobody wanted to bring Minecraft there. Phil Spencer brought it there, like right away when they bought it. And he knows partnering with Nintendo is smart. He's said on multiple occasions that Nintendo has the best first-party IPs ever. Nobody can touch them. He's very open about that. I think Phil Spencer is a cool guy. I think he's like, it's crazy to me that he is able to actually make deals with Nintendo because not many people can. Nintendo seem like they're very hard to work with. But Phil Spencer's a gamer first and a businessman second, it seems like, anyways. So he's good at stuff like that, and I think it's smart of him to team up with Nintendo because obviously Nintendo and Microsoft have been falling behind Sony this generation especially. So them working together, it helps them because they're both combating Sony at this point. They're not really competing with each other because it seems like Nintendo fans and Xbox fans, they don't. How do you say this? They don't have issues with each other the way Sony and Microsoft do, or Sony and Nintendo do. So they kind of gel better together. But I think it's good. I think they can make some cool stuff happen. And because Microsoft, they own Rare too. A lot of Nintendo fans like Rare. So maybe Microsoft will bring some Rare games over to the Switch, or maybe we'll get some Microsoft characters into Smash Brothers. I think some cool stuff can come out of this. I'm interested to see. And obviously, Phil Spencer, he's the right guy to do this, because otherwise we'd be living in Matrix land where you have to have internet to play a console or go buy a 360 and dumb shit.
You know it'd be really cool for a Smash character? Marcus Phoenix. I think that would be awesome, dude.
Man, that would be crazy.
I think that would be awesome, dude. I'll be like, oh, man, that's fucking hype right there, man.
Oh, you know what would be awesome? Conquer.
Conquer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Conquer and Smash Brothers would be perfect.
What happened to Conquer? They killed him.
They did.
Well,
they can resurrect him.
He had an identity crisis. It's like they had him in Diddy Kong Racing as a kid. Then they made the Bad Fur Day one, which was hardcore adult. Then for some reason they made him back into a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever.
So you go topic of Alex.
I lost all faith in that character when I saw that HoloLens shit, man.
That HoloLens, that was a tough day.
Yeah.
That was a rough day.
All right, let's go with you, Nick.
Okay, so I'm kind of disappointed in all of you people here.
Well,
I mean, all this talk about all these Xbox characters in Smash Brothers, and nobody thought Link to be put in Killer Instinct.
That would be dope.
Oh, that would be nice.
You know, if you're looking at
you never know.
He was in Soul Calibur, yeah.
Character exchange here, I mean, everybody's like, oh, what about Smash? What about putting fucking Link over in Killer Instinct? I think it'd work out.
It would.
It will work out.
So, I don't know. I think people are reading too much into this. I think this is just like a offhanded comment he made, and everybody's like, oh, that means that Mario's going to be on it. That doesn't mean shit.
It could eventually lead to something like that, but we'll probably see small stuff first.
It would be fun, though. The most exciting part, I think, about Link being in Killer Instinct would just be to hear how the announcer says, like, is he going to be all enthusiastic when he says Link, like the Smash Brothers guy, like, Link, and then be like, versus Jago.
Yeah.
I mean, they might see Mario in the background of an Xbox game or some weird shit like that, but I don't know. Other than that, I don't really think there's a lot going to go into it. Remember, there's like that.
You know what would be crazy? If they put a Mario Kart car into Forza.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, that would probably be something.
Oh, man. I don't know if you know, but I'm a big KI fan, man. You said Link, and I started imagining all kinds of shit. Like, people be having nightmares.
Anybody out there expecting a full-on Mario game to end up on an Xbox system, unless Nintendo announces tomorrow that they change their mind, they're becoming third party, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just wishful.
You never know. We might get a Master Chief amiibo or something.
That's possible. I'm just saying. It's like, how come nobody thought the other way around? You know, everybody's like, oh, what about character Smash? What about like characters for Killer Instinct? I'm just saying.
That'd be cool too.
Actually, that's about it. I don't know what else Microsoft has.
Oh, man. Bro. Freaking Link laying down an ultra combo. Man, fuck. Why you do this to me? Oh, man.
I just unleashed something in Zen we didn't know was there.
Oh, shit. Shit. I wonder what's happen now.
You know what you're talking, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, think how cool he would look in that game, too. They probably make him look all armored up and shit. I don't know. But, yeah, that's just my thought on it.
That'd be badass.
What about you, Nia?
I'm with Nick. It's just kind of like a offhanded comment, like, wishful thinking type deal. However, that being said, since Microsoft doesn't have I can't even really say they don't have a handheld component, because that's changing now that they've got Windows 10 and they're integrating all of their Windows 10 things to like their Surface tablets and all that stuff. I guess I could see maybe something like Super Mario Run on like a Surface tablet. I think that's probably as far as they would go with it, because since Nintendo, I mean, Nintendo's opening up, but they are still very much guarded when it comes down to their IP. So I don't really see like a full blown deal happening. But like as far as like their mobile stuff, yeah, I could see them, partnering with Microsoft to put their things on Surface tablets and like their Windows phones and stuff like that. Maybe at least to start, but. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really looking too deep into that.
That's just wishful thinking anyway, so.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Nintendo, they got enough money to make consoles for the next 20, 30, 40 years. But like I say, a lot of people on Nintendo go on it, but it's not gonna happen. Even though a lot of people don't like Nintendo, but hey, they still making the billions of dollars and they still don't even give a fuck how you feel about them. Are you still going there? Hey.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like all of those ideas that you guys just brought up just now, they sound great, but I don't really see it happening in reality. That's all I'm saying.
Just Nintendo just stay with Nintendo, Microsoft just stay with Microsoft.
Unless it's like some type of mobile component, like I mentioned, since that's kind of like that's like a market that Microsoft is delving into, in their own way. But it's not something that they take as seriously as say Nintendo does. So I could see them.
I think it's more likely to have Microsoft games put onto Nintendo hardware with Nintendo features, because Microsoft cares a lot less about where their game goes.
That's true. I could see that. Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't care where their game is. They just want to make money.
Right.
Yep. All about money.
Can you imagine, if they had some sort of Killer Instinct port brought to the Switch, and then you have like Nintendo princess costumes?
I mean, it already happened with Tekken.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Alex, you're killing my Lincoln Killer Instinct.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
You never know. Like before the start of this generation, like we didn't think that we was gonna see Gears and Halo and all these Microsoft IPs going to Windows, going on PC. We didn't see that coming. And all of a sudden, you got PlayStation exclusives, no longer exclusives. It's on PC now. Like we didn't see that coming.
Multi-platform is the way to go. The shit just costs too much money now.
Yeah, so like something like this would not surprise me, in the long run, because at the end of the day, it's all about making money. If you can make money, if you got to do something that you don't want to do, but if you make a lot more money to do something that you want to do, obviously they're gonna do it. It's all about money, man. So anyway, who else is next? What about you, Dirty? You quiet today, man. What's up, man? What you think about this, man?
I mean, just the thought of it, man, it'd be cool just to see, like certain characters, over in Microsoft game and vice versa. But I doubt if it'll happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was cool to see Link back in Soul Calibur 2, and I still had a game for the GameCube.
Me too.
And to see him in Killer Instinct, like that would be epic.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be. And if they were to do that, that'd be cool. But I don't know. Maybe with the new guy, I could never remember this guy's name, but maybe.
Kimishima?
Yeah, maybe he do something, with Microsoft. You know what I'm saying, by using characters. I know, wasn't it? He told the Nintendo fan. I think Nintendo fans wanted something from Rare. They want, I guess, was it Dark or something? And he said you might have to ask Rare. That'll be their decision. So he didn't come out and say no.
Yeah,
Rare.
that was Rare Replay.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, that's up to Rare. You have to ask them if they want to."
Because again, Microsoft doesn't care where their games go; they just want to make money.
Yeah. So yeah, if they do it, that'd be cool.
I can see Microsoft allowing Rare Replay on the Switch.
Because at least that way it would sell.
Yep.
Oh,
Makes sense. It makes sense, man. It's all about money.
look at Alex.
Snipe. Just dealing out them headshots tonight.
Right? That hurt my feelings. I ain't even make the game.
Are you still going, Dirty?
Nah, that's it, man.
All right. What about you, Retro, bro?
I would say if there's anything I learned the past couple of years, especially this year, it's honestly to never say never. I mean, we never expected Nintendo to actually try to work with people as much as they have been lately. Like the fact that Smash Brothers has characters from other gaming platforms other than just Nintendo characters still completely blows my mind. Like,
Cloud
can
and
any of
Ryu.
us honestly say we would have expected Cloud, Ryu, or Bayonetta?
Man,
Like,
when we saw Cloud and Ryu, I couldn't believe it at first.
Like, so many surprises are showing that everyone in gaming right now are hurting financially, so they're willing to do what it takes to get that money. And people aren't really against it. On top of that, you see Nintendo is trying to do the whole thing with doing movies with big studios. They're gonna have their thing with Universal Studios with their park. Like they're opening up the change with new leadership. And I'd like to say the last thing, we also have Donald Trump as president. So never say never. Like
anything.
Never say never. Anything is possible.
That's a really
This dude pulled a Disney. Everyone hated him and he still won. Like, who wrote his script?
Damn.
Oh shit.
Tripping, man.
That's all I got though.
What about you, Zen?
Well, there's 3 ways to read what he said. I mean, basically, there is the "Hey, I'm nice guy, feel I like saying nice things" translation, where it doesn't mean much except for him being respectful to one of the industry's oldest heads. There is the other translation where all of you guys covered that. You get a bunch of cross game stuff, cross promotions, which I personally would love to see. Again, Link
Banjo and Mario Kart.
Link in fucking KI. My dick. Exactly. And then there's the Coon translation, where you could say this is the one the fanboys like the most, the Xbox ones particularly. Where you say where the translation could be, man, if Nintendo fuck up one more time, I'm buying the IPs. So, so you can see it 3 different ways. Personally, I think it's option number 2. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, crossover stuff would be really cool.
It would. They don't necessarily got to put their full game on another platform. Just like put maybe a character or 2 on there. I'll be fine.
That's all it takes, man. Because if you can get Master Chief into a Nintendo game, that's gonna compel an Xbox guy to go buy that Nintendo console.
Yep, the same, vice versa. Yeah.
And they could allow mod support, so then people could play Halo running around with Mario Big Head mode.
Well, not even that. Like,
can
you imagine you play Halo 5 with a new update? You can play as Samus.
Oh my god! Oh, my fucking dick on that shit.
My dick.
Oh, y'all tripping today, man.
That's hot, yo. Oh my god. Don't stop. It's not even gonna happen.
Yep,
that would be very cool.
See, that idea was so good, Nia woke up. Not bad.
I mean, when it comes to like Smash and shit, man, I mean, you can think of some Microsoft characters that actually work, like Joanna Dark, for example. Work in Smash and shit. The cross promotion will work. I mean, if you're gonna have a brawler game, you're gonna have to have iconic characters and not have a brawler game where your headline is Big Daddy. Who the fuck is Big Daddy? So,
hey, shut.
Honestly speaking, I mean, I'm speaking my mind here. I mean, honestly,
sounds like somebody needs an adult, like with a name like that. Like,
yeah, you need iconic characters, and if they could share them, then more is the merrier. That's what I say.
I ain't tripping. The fanboys will, but I ain't.
I think that shit would be amazing.
It ain't gonna happen, but I still think it will.
It could happen.
Yeah, we saw crazier things.
We ain't saying it's happening next year.
Crossovers is nothing new. Like, it's totally possible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is that about everybody?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I guess so.
Okay. So since we are finished with this subject, let's go to the questions, guys. Answer a few questions we've got in the podcast. Talk about some good things today, man. Had a good time, hell of a time. Talk about some weirdos. Of course, talk about some Mario. Well, Phil Spencer would like to have a Mario on the Xbox. Wishful thinking. Maybe one day it might happen. Maybe not. I doubt it will happen. And of course, we talk about some AAA sales is down a lot this year. Not only one game, not only 2 games. Multiple games. Like the sales is down dramatically. So talk about that. If you missed the first part of this podcast. Whenever this podcast is uploaded, please come back because we had a really, really good show. We had about an average like 30-some people watching, so I really appreciate y'all support. So let's go get these questions out there, guys. Get these questions. Let's go. Okay, what are you talking about? PlayStation All-Stars is a what the fuck?
Yeah, that was funny, bro. What's your name?
Yo, player.
23. That's funny, bro.
Hey, in his defense, PlayStation All-Stars isn't a Smash Bros. Killer, but it was a good game for its own reasons.
Why does every Sony game think it's a killer of another franchise?
Okay, look, listen. I know you're not being serious, right? I hope you're not being serious.
Yeah, he's playing.
But honestly speaking, Sony guys, I'm sure if there are any of you here, I'm not trying to make fun of you guys, but you need to stop doing that shit. Knack is not going to beat Mario. Killzone is not going to beat Halo. You need to stop doing that shit.
Get out of here with that.
Little big kart racing or whatever isn't going to
sounds
beat
like
Mario
a villain.
Kart.
You hear his voice? He sounds like Skeletor from He-Man. That's not a hero.
Yeah.
His name is like Raditz. He's like a DBZ villain.
Got another question from Tony. Do you think Phil Spencer or Sony's Yoshida going to buy a Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, Yoshida has 2 Wii U's. If he survived that, he's going to get a Switch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all going to have each other's consoles.
Nintendo sent Phil Spencer an NES Mini. They're going to send his ass an NX.
Oh, yeah,
damn it! Switch.
It will. They don't be fanboying that shit out like these people in this community. They respect each other. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have one.
Yeah, of course.
Stuff from Dave J.
Will Reggie have an Xbox or a PS4? No, he will not.
He will not.
Yeah. What's your opinion about
doesn't play games?
Saying that people are happy that there are no kids in the Switch trailer or Insecure Gamer? I love it. He said, "What's your opinions about the Wii U fans saying that the people who are happy that there are no kids in the Switch's trailer?"
Well, I'm not sure how that makes you an Insecure Gamer. All I know is I'm a grown-ass man. I've been playing Nintendo from the beginning. I ain't no kid, so fucking advertise to me.
See, and then here's the other thing, too. And we all got to keep it real. Like, you can be a gamer. That's cool and all. You can have things you like. That's cool and all. But you have to live and accept society. And the way society is, there might be a place with a bunch of little kids, and Nia can sit in there and chill, but us being grown men, from societal's look, it doesn't look right. Like it just looks wrong. People gonna you could be sitting there just playing your 3DS, but if you're like the only adult there, being an adult man, and there's a bunch of kids, people are gonna be thinking weird stuff about you. You might not even be doing anything, and they'll be thinking you're doing stuff just because you're the only adult male there, and there's a bunch of little kids. So you have to accept society. And
let's just face it.
Okay, you go first. Yeah.
That commercial didn't have kids, but it had millennials, and they're far fucking worse than kids.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to read the question out completely here. It says, what's your opinion about Wii U fans saying that people who are happy that there are no kids in Switch trailer are insecure gamers? This is what I have to think about that. These are the same people who are insecure that the Wii U's losing games to the Switch.
Same people. So, yeah, they don't matter. So fuck. All right, we got a question from Red. What's going on, Red? Do you think Phil Spencer enjoys listening to the Run DMC?
Of course he does. Phil Spencer's a beast.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Run DMC go hard. All right, let me see. What's the other question?
Are you going to buy the PS4 Pro 0.5? It'll actually do 1080p 60 FPS on all games.
You mean Pro, was it 4.1? That's what it is to me, 4.1.
I think he means like the second Pro.
Oh, damn.
There was a pretty good question earlier. I can't find. Oh, right, about Final Fantasy pulling the Watchdogs.
Is that true?
In terms of graphics, I didn't know that was true. I just read that and I'm like, really? Is that a thing? But
I heard the ending already got spoiled for that game.
Yeah, because
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know because I'm getting it.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't read it. I just saw the headline. I was don't click that one.
Yeah. All right, I got a question from Tony. We got a lot of questions. I'm trying to help him get to them. Do you think Bethesda will take full advantage of the Nintendo NVIDIA and of Vulkan's API when making Skyrim Special Edition for the Switch?
No.
No.
Look at the version they brought out to the Xbox and the PS4. It has the same problems the original one did. They're going to do a shitty port. as they always do.
Yes,
You can take
guys,
it on the go.
If Bethesda has had, how many years has it been since 2011?
It's been 5 years.
5 years. If Bethesda has had 5 years to fix a game and they didn't fix the game and they brought it out on their favorite...
All they did was make the trees look better and the water look better.
Yeah, and they brought it out on their favorite platform, which is Xbox, if you didn't know. They really favor those guys. And they still didn't fix these things. And they have known to say that they really don't care about Nintendo. Do I need to say more?
Yeah, it's just going to be a port. It's pretty much going to be the Xbox version on the go.
Yeah. So,
it's crazy, but sometimes I feel like Bethesda gets away with nostalgia. It's like the games they give
away
us.
With a lot.
It feels like playing games in the '90s. Like you enjoy gameplay so much, but it has so many flaws that you shouldn't accept in this point in time in gaming. But you enjoy the gameplay so much that you let it go. It's like gaming in the '90s.
Yeah, it's kind of like basically they get away with so much bullshit. The fact they gotta freaking take review copies away from reviewers, only give them
that's some shady shit. And it really annoys me that people didn't get angry about that. People were actually like defending Bethesda.
That gave them that lead room to fucking want to do that because people like these Bethesda fans seeing that Bethesda. They can't do no wrong. Kind of how the Nintendo fan base feel about Nintendo. They can't do no wrong.
And what happened right after they did that? Skyrim came out broken, and Dishonored 2 came out broken.
So that's the
confession time.
All that bullshit. That's what's good.
And the bad thing is, if people keep doing that, it's only going to make the quality worse. Like the NBA 2K community's been doing that for the longest, and that's why the new games keep coming out with worse quality.
Yeah.
Did you know they made a mode in the park now where Snoop Dogg is rapping and they're playing? Like all the lights are off in the park and they're wearing like neon glow sticks and playing ball. Like that's trash.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got a question from Cherry Man. Do you guys think?
I think Zen was saying something.
No. I just want to say the same people you're talking about. I'm one of them. Confession time. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. But I'm sorry, Bethesda can do no wrong. Move on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's move on. Do you guys think the Switch has the chance will be the best-selling Nintendo console of all time? It has a chance to be the best.
Every console has the potential to be the best-selling console, unless you're the Wii U.
Like with like the PlayStation, like every generation is like their sales goes up.
Better, yeah.
Except the PS3, but it's still
honestly, I think the Switch has a very good potential to sell well. They already have all the Wii U owners. They have a very high chance of getting 3DS owners, and they have Xbox and PS4 guys and PC guys looking at them. So
and they're playing the exclusivity game once again. Yeah, and we all know that people want to be number one, so they're going to sell fast.
Yeah, so it has a really good shot, really good chance. That's what I'm thinking. All right, we got another question from Rez. Do you guys think Nintendo will quit this whole video game thing, go back to making cards, card games, and sex hotels? What the hell?
No, I think Kimishima's going to open sex hotels alongside video games, and they will start selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, they won't go back to cards because Yu-Gi-Oh's unbeatable. Like they're not trying to fight against.
Well, they still make Pokemon cards, don't they?
But those are under
is that under Game Freak?
Nintendo doesn't have any.
Yeah, it's not under Nintendo.
Oh,
Pokemon
they don't
cards
own any
is
of
under
Pokemon cards.
The only thing they own is the rights to make their games.
Oh, damn, that's dumb.
That's because Game Freak is smart. Game Freak got themselves in the position where if Nintendo screw up, they're still gonna exist.
Yep. Poor Nintendo. Oh well. All right, I got a question. Do you guys think Scalebound was so well on the Xbox?
Nintendo.
What do y'all guys think? Do y'all guys think it's gonna sell well on the Xbox? You talking about Scalebound?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. That game is fire, and I will purchase it, but I do not think the Xbox community will buy it because it's an RPG game about dragons, and there are no guns.
That game is going to be the worst selling exclusive on the Xbox One. Really? Guaranteed.
While being the best game at the same time.
You think it'll be worse than Recore?
Who has the question? Rez? Who? Whatever. Rez, he's the one that asked the question?
No, I think
that was Devan did.
Devan. Okay, bro. Let me address you directly here. I'm going to keep this short. That game is fucking doomed.
Yep.
It's doomed. It's not gonna sell. Trust me.
It's gonna sell more on the. It's gonna sell more in the Windows 10 version because PC people play more JRPGs than Xbox guys.
You know what's really gonna happen? It's gonna be on Xbox and it's gonna be on PC. The PC version is gonna be broken. You're gonna hear me complain about it and get a refund on it day one. And then when it doesn't work well on Microsoft and it doesn't work well on Xbox, it's gonna come to PC, Steam instead of PC, Microsoft, and then be $30, and then I'm gonna buy the game. It's gonna work better, and I'm gonna live happily ever after playing it with like 5 other people.
Okay. Let me run this down for you. It's exclusive to Microsoft. 1. Yeah. It's got dragons and no guns. 2. It's pretty weird from what I understand. It's got that Devil May Cry vibe going on, so it's not Americanized. 3. And it's on the Xbox. 4. Yeah. It's a platinum game.
It has platinum service.
Exactly. At which point is this game supposed to sell again?
That game is gonna.
That's kind of scary. I forgot it was a platinum game. That means it could be hit or miss. If it ain't Bayonetta, you never know.
Thank you, Retro. Thank you. I'm not the only person who feels like that. Oh my god.
If it ain't Bayonetta, it's hit or miss with platinum.
That's what I'm saying.
How dare you?
I think it's actually gonna be good.
You know it's true. You suffered through Ninja Turtles. You know, Alex. You tried so hard to love that game.
That was made by the C team. This is Kamiya's direct team.
I think this is gonna be good, but Retro is absolutely correct.
That's because they're spread thin now. Too many people are abusing them.
I think you're damage controlling their unpolished games, sir.
I will be a proud owner of Scalebound day one, but I know it's just going to be me and 9 other guys. So
exactly. That game is going to sell like 5,000 copies the first.
That game's going to sell terribly, but as long as I have 3 other people on dragons flying around with me, I don't really care.
Hey, you get the PC version, I got you.
I'll get it digitally, so I'll have it on
Xbox. What was that RPG game that was really good game? Oh yeah, Blue Dragon. How did that do? How did that do? That game was a really good game, but how did that do?
Not well.
If it doesn't have a gun in his hand, if it's not a first-person shooter, whatever.
Hey.
Like you guys are gonna get Kingdom Hearts 3, which is gonna be amazing, and they're probably not gonna even buy that.
The Xbox motto. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm a part of the Xbox fan base too. But you guys know it's true. If it ain't got a gun, then that shit ain't fun. That's what these guys think. So
shooters, racers, sports, Xbox for life, baby.
Well, I got another question. How well do you think third party? Hold on. Damn, chat kind of going crazy. I lost this question. How well do you think third party will sell if playing your games on the go takes off on the Switch, and how a lot of third party jumps on the board and try to catch that wave?
Whoa, I need to find that question. That was a long one.
How well do you think third parties will sell if playing your games on the go takes off on the Switch, and and a lot of third parties jumps on board and try to catch that wave? That's what he's saying.
I think it depends on the third party game.
It definitely does.
Not every game works well on the go.
Not just that, but there's 3 huge weaknesses that you see with third party games right now, and the biggest thing being is for a lot of the bigger third party games, they still have to find a way to make it function on the go right now. Like we still don't know how that's gonna work with some of the mechanics of the control function.
It's gonna be the same.
No, but I mean like
according to Bethesda, it's gonna be the same.
It's literally gonna be the same.
The same
literally
game.
the same game.
Retro, you gotta remember these guys are not forced to do the half controller sideways thing. They don't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They can just have it mounted to the side and play
people
normally.
are saying the most about the Switch that they're looking forward to that are not Nintendo fans. They're like, hey, I can't wait to play Skyrim on the go.
Like, that's literally it.
Like, do you really want to play Skyrim on the go, though? Because
honestly,
honestly,
I would. Like, if the control scheme is completely functional, I wouldn't mind, like, taking a bus to school or work since they're 30 minutes at a time and playing a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean, like games like Skyrim have like side quests and stuff like that. Like you don't have to do like a whole even in like a game like Xenoblade Chronicles X is like a huge game. Like you don't have to play like a chapter on the bus. Like you can literally go do like somebody's affinity mission and then like be done with it.
Exactly.
I think it's gonna do good because the reason why, how many RPGs or JRPGs the 3DS got?
A lot of them.
That's what I'm saying. They trying to get the 3DS players to play their RPG on the go. I see a gold mine. I see what they're doing.
And so many like RPGs have so many facets to them. It's not like you're trying to do the whole story on the go. Like you can explore the land, go collect some stuff that you need.
And that's the funniest thing. I'm not really big into medieval games. I was never interested in Skyrim, but the fact that I can play it on the go versus like playing it sitting in the house works for me, because it's like I'm more open to playing games on the go than I am with sitting down and playing certain games. It's like if I'm at my PC, I'm gonna play what's priority to me. But if I'm on the go, I'm more willing to play games I have on the back burner, if that makes any sense.
Right. So if Skyrim is supposed to be the only RPG that's gonna launch for the Switch, and a lot of these 3DS owners is going to get a Switch, 9 times out of 10, Skyrim's gonna sell really well, especially for the handheld games.
The way I see it going, though, there are going to be some games that that will fit this model more than there are going to be others. Like sports games are going to be perfect.
Oh yeah,
basketball.
for sure.
Sports games.
See, that's what I was worried about. Like I can't see 2K being good on the go, because I've played the mobile version and it's super simple.
But this is literally like the same game. Literally the same. Like I think that
with the same game on the go, like
because it's a hybrid. Like it's literally the same game. There's no dumbing down. There's no building up.
The game over.
The game.
When was the last time we had a hybrid console? This is the first time we had a hybrid.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the first time we had a hybrid. So in my mind, I can't quite picture.
You
like
can't
I know what
get your mind out of 3DS mode.
It's like I know what they're saying, but comparing it to a cell phone and a 3DS, it's like I can't believe it till I see it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can't get out of 3DS mode. Like say how like let's just use like the Lego games for example. I don't know if y'all play the Lego games, but I do. I love the Lego games. But like you know, like the Lego games are significantly different on consoles than they are on 3DS. Like it's a dumbed down version. It's more linear than on the consoles. But with the Switch, it's literally going to be the same game. So for example, like say Lego City Undercover, right? You're not going to be getting a 3DS version of Lego City Undercover. You're literally going to be getting the Wii U remastered version. It's going to be the exact same game, whether you're playing it on your TV, whether you're taking it on the go or whatever. It's the same game across the board.
Period. How do you think a lot of people are excited?
Yeah,
you never had graphics on the go before.
When you pick up this device, you're not picking up a 3DS or a Vita or what have you. You're literally taking your console with you. My only concern with that is if I get robbed, this dude just copped my console.
Rip.
Yeah, so that's the way I see it.
In the United States, it's open carry, so you have every right to carry a gun, unless you got a criminal record.
Well, yeah.
So is there any other?
Oh my god.
I'm not sure if we got any more questions, so I guess we'll stop right there, guys, because we're about to hit that 2.5 hour mark, man. I know it's been fun and everything, but Jesus Christ, I'm not doing no damn 3 hours. Fuck that shit. Well, anybody else got anything to add before we end this podcast? It was a good show, man. I really appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody in the chat, keeping that chat lively.
One more thing. This is the most important news, and we forgot to announce it. Dave Chappelle is getting 3 comedy shows on Netflix.
Oh yeah, awesome! I saw that.
Yes, he is.
Cannot wait.
That's for next. That's 2017, I believe, right?
2017, I think.
I'm most definitely getting Netflix. I don't have Netflix, but I will get it for his comedy.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a little hint. Now, I've never tried this before, but I've heard that you can use different email accounts to do the 1 month free trial. So, since email accounts are free, you can
So you gonna make yourself like 20 email accounts so you can watch Netflix.
Ridiculous.
That's what you're doing right now.
I got like 5 different emails. So I get what you're talking about.
Retro, you're the reason PC gets broken games.
Hey, I didn't say I did it. I just said I heard.
I heard.
God dang. But anyway, like I said, man, it was a hell of a show today, man. Really appreciate everybody interacting in the chat. Really appreciate all your feedbacks today, man. It was a hell of a show. Good show. Love my cast and crew. Love everything about this show, man. Let's grow. Let's continuously grow this show. I was looking at my views, and I'm averaging like about 600, a little bit over 600 views per podcast. I want that number to go up, guys. Want that number to go up. We need to have more people coming to the show. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. If If you don't share my videos, please share my videos. Share this podcast. We need other people in this community to know what the Real Talk with the Real Gamer show is, because we got a good cast, good crew. I really love all y'all guys. Really appreciate y'all support. So I guess after that, anybody else got anything to say before we get to our outros?
Oh, good.
Besides, fuck Sony.
Oh.
I guess that's it. So let's go and get to our outros, man. Let's go and start with you, Alex.
All right, what is going on, everyone? ActivesiN here. This was another week of Real Talk with the Real Gamer, and we, of course, had a lot of fun. We talked about the Wii U Weirdos. We haven't talked about them in a while, but they've been acting up, so we gotta put them back in their place. So, what else did we talk about? We talked about Microsoft and Nintendo with Phil Spencer possibly working together. It's a dream scenario as far as I'm concerned. I like Nintendo. I like Microsoft. So if those two work together, I'd be a very happy person. And what else did we talk about?
AAA games. That's,
oh, yeah. AAA games are not selling too well anymore. That's their own fault. Make your games
playing
less
the world's
expensive.
smallest violin.
Yeah. Like, make your games better quality and stop charging us out the ass for stupid nonsense that should already be on the disc. And maybe your games will sell again.
And work on them release dates. Work on them
and spread out the release dates. We don't need 30 games coming out within 3 months when there's like 8 months of no games.
Yep.
Just like how October, people were coining it as Broketober. Like, bruh,
Yep.
stop bringing out your games at the same time, my guy.
Yep.
Exactly. It's not necessary. It's completely
Hey, you know what they say? You know you got no game when you have a terrible release. Just saying.
Oh, and yes, of course, I will end with this, as I shall always end with this going forward. Fuck Sony.
Ah, fuck you, man.
What's going on?
Okay, did I get disconnected? No.
No,
Oh, hold on. Okay. I think my internet was having a moment there.
Oh, weird.
All right, so this is Nick from Gamer Incorporated, and it was a fun podcast. Just remind you all that Real Gamer's going to buy us all Nintendo Switches when they come out.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, and Alexander's going to go dream of Zelda and Killer Instinct. Not Zelda, Link.
He didn't say no. We're getting switches for Mike. That's pretty great.
No, I think I think Real is dead. I think we lost him.
He didn't say no, though.
I think something's wrong because his picture's not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's frozen in fear because he's looking at his bank account. And he's going to wonder how he's going to buy all these switches for everybody.
I'm back, man. My computer tripped again.
We were just letting the people in the chat know that you're buying everyone switches again. Just
no, hell no. Yeah, man. My computer tripping, so I guess no more clapping. So yeah. Who's turn? Who's turn?
I just went. So
You just went.
I think it's Nia's
Let's go with you, Nia.
Well, what is up, everybody? It's your girl, Nia, the video game her. It was awesome being on the podcast tonight, even though I am actually pretty tired. But I do want to leave on this note. I am very excited at the prospect of Xenoblade Chronicles X being ported to the Switch and their new game. I am so excited. Very excited.
If we get that sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch soon, I'm going to go crazy.
Day one.
And it better be a direct sequel. I don't want none of this different world bullshit.
No more spiritual successor. I need to know what's going on Planet Mirror. I need to know.
Yeah.
I need to know. And that's it.
All right. Who else? Let's go with you, Dirty.
What's up, people? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty. Want to thank Real Gamer for letting me on the podcast, and I appreciate the Switch when it comes out, brother.
All right, appreciate you, man. Let's go with you. Who's next? Retro Bro.
What is going on, y'all?
Oh my god!
I've always wanted to do that. He looks like he's so
You didn't do it right. You have to say it with more oomph.
I don't have oomph. I'm a very dark person. But anyhow, we had a lot of fun tonight. Can't wait for the Nintendo Switch to come out. Also, just a little food for thought, but if Nintendo and Xbox fuse and they created a console together, would that be the true NX? Just food for thought.
Womp. Boo.
I see.
Boo.
I didn't get to roast you that much tonight, so I had to leave with that.
Yeah, if my deal was working properly, you would have got the crickets, Mr. Retro Bro. So,
No, actually, to be honest with you, for a brief time there, I thought that might have been the case.
oh shit. All right, let's go with you, Zen Gamer.
Hey, you guys know who I am? You know, these guys over here, they do the necromancy responsible to bring me back from the dead every once in a while. So, Zen Gamer, the undead gamer, saying goodbye and thank you for watching. Oh, and by the way, Link, NKI, my dick. Oh, and by the way, Xander, bro, stop telling people I'm rich, bro. Like, you need to stop this shit. I'm not rich, and I'm not buying shit. I'm not buying Switches for no goddamn body except myself.
No, you're not buying them. Real Gamer is.
Real Gamer's buying them.
Real Gamer's buying them.
What are y'all talking about?
He's got everybody. He's got the people in chat. He's got us.
Exactly. It's the advantage of watching live.
What the hell y'all talking about? Y'all tripping.
Hey, in 4 or 5
Which
months.
going to get for us.
In 4 or 5 months. If he doesn't live up to his promise in 4 or 5 months, you guys can record this podcast and flame his ass.
No, I've been wait 2 copies of the Mario 3D game, 2 copies of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That is it. That is it. I ain't waiting no copies of no damn
Give me the button, flip flop.
no freaking But anyway, let's get close this podcast. Like I said, I really appreciate all y'all support, and I guess y'all have yourself a good day. Peace out.